Whoops, still muted. Shoot, I was looking on another, over at my other. Never mind. Anyway, hey everybody. It kind of surprised me. I was going to put my little doohickey up and everything, and I didn't get a chance. Hold on, I have got to go shut off another window, or shut out, close out. Let me use the right term. Another window. There we go. That was really weird. That was so weird. Gear. All right, let me see if I can shut this music off too. That was really wild. Playing around with stuff. I have all these interesting musics that can be added, but I don't know if you can hear them since I'm wearing headphones. And I can't see your comments while I'm playing them, so that's kind of weird. I definitely need another, I need to get, another screen. Yes, alive! She's alive! Hold up. This is so behind, it seems like sometimes. So I'm going to drop the, oh, wait a minute. I can't drop that yet. Hold on. I got to go do the thing with this. Let me open another one. Just give me 1 second. I was like last minute getting this all set up tonight. Hey, you could make it too. Thank you. Gear was the first one in. Gear 19, and then Homestead showed me a frog. And then Diva in the Dirt came in. Now 8. Some of my favorite peoples. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I gotta make sure it's set up right, because I really don't want to get any little smokies flashed at me tonight. Not in the mood for that. Thank you very much. There we go. I'll just do it that way. Okay. Should be okay. Should be okay now. All right. Hey, KP Heathen. Good to see you. Hey, Gardening Warrior. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Tonight's basically a free-for-all. I know I had an idea before, but it just kind of went right out of my head. But as far as people who are used to living in winter weather, I would like to help the community and have, ideas shared out if y'all, want to come up and help people who maybe are not used to it. I'm having brain fart right now. Hey, Morgan. Good to see you. Tofu. Hello, Tofu. Hey, Luca. Hold on. I'm pasting it in. So yeah, that or anything else you want to help with about winter, or if you want to talk gardening, it's kind of open. That's what a free-for-all is. But yeah. Hey, Happy New Year's, Joe. Joe Serrano. What's up? Good to see you. Well, not see you. Hey, Lewis. It's the Marshmallow Man. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. I did my fibro Fri-Yay today, and for some reason YouTube loves to mess with me. They give me hours and then watch hours, but then they'll take subs. I'm like, okay, I see how it's going to be. But even if I get monetized, then you're ends up having to work for AdSense. So we'll see how it works out. All right, since I don't have my sad business yet, this is fun to do. And you all give me great ideas too, we all help each other out. And for those of you, I put AIDS video that I saw that I was that chocolate on my Facebook. That's where I posted it. I forgot to put it in the community tab. I think that was what I was going to share with you. And then later on, I will go back in and put the castor oil after I use it for a little bit. I was going to put it below where I showed it, but I'll put it below once I know. Hey, Look at you. Got the street cred there.
Yeah, a little bit. Doing my thug thing.
So what corner you on?
Too lazy to bring out my room divider tonight, so
that's not lazy. I can totally understand that.
It's like, no, I don't wanna.
And I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it from the shower to here tonight. I was like, oh, I could just go to bed, but then that's not as fun because I'm not ready to go to bed yet. I'll just sit in there with my eyes like, need more tea? There you go. Got to make sure. Yeah, make sure it's the right kind of tea though. If it, you're, and no pinkies up if it's for aid.
Hey, Tofu.
It's good to see Tofu. And Joe Serrano, you know him from Shed Wars, right? He hangs around, kind of comes in and out during Shed Wars season.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll occasionally watch people's videos and comment and stuff. He's been a supporter of Shed Wars from, I think, the beginning. Robert would know better as far as when.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what plant I got. I did get some chamomile just to see if I would like it and I could handle it, because sometimes you know how it's related to other plants that you might be allergic to. Same thing with echinacea. I think echinacea, is it chamomile and echinacea are sort of related to ragweed? I forget which one. Is it echinacea? Yeah, there's one that's like a far cousin. There goes those random bits of knowledge that it might be wrong. Might be wrong. Let's see. But some chamomile tea I don't do well with, but it also might not be chamomile. It might be something else in there because I didn't grow it. Let me see. I just ate some to see before I bought the plant. I actually just took a piece off and nibbled it right there before I brought it home. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't die. I don't feel my throat seizing up. I guess I can bring this plant home just to try it out and try it in tea. It's from our extension office. They were having a
actually, look up ragweed relatives.
There we go.
I'm just gonna look up that.
I'm actually looking up. Let me see. Ragweed allergy. Chamomile is a common relative of ragweed. Yep.
There you go. See, all that information all up in that pretty little head of yours.
Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, maybe that's why I looked like a lollipop when I was younger. Tiny little body with this big head on top. Oh my gosh. So then I'm wondering, hold on. Now I want to know if it's the same for echinacea. Because I had a reaction to, I think, both a long time ago, and I looked them up, and it said something. If you have a ragweed allergy, you should also avoid echinacea. There you go. Yep.
Wow.
They're closely related. There you go. So if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Need more tea. Oh, you're still in the tea phase. Okay. I wonder if this is updating. There it is. Yeah, I couldn't have chamomile tea, but I wondered if it was really chamomile, because you just don't know anymore, Hello Tofu, like what you're necessarily getting in those tea bags. If it's all chamomile or, other things mixed in.
Interesting. So other foods known to cause mouth or throat swelling, like they would for ragweed, in people who are allergic to ragweed include melon, zucchini, cucumber, and sunflower seeds. And because daisies, dahlias, and chrysanthemums are related to ragweed, you might want to avoid bringing these flowers into your house.
Wow. So,
but not everyone who's allergic to ragweed is sensitive to these other plants. Once ragweed season is over, most people will have won't have much problem with these other plants.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So they're just sharing pollen maybe with these other plants during ragweed season. Okay.
Yeah. But one of the things,
go ahead.
My son, he used to work for a honey farm, and when allergy season comes, he said it's really important to be eating honey from the local area, so that because then that actually helps to combat the allergens in your body, because you're putting in something good that's in the honey.
Yeah, you're it's immunology. You're giving yourself immunology, like they give you the shots in the allergy office. It's just a weaker form of those
Mhm.
shots, and you're ingesting it. So I don't know. It's like not directly into your vein, so that makes sense too. Directly
Mhm.
into your vein would be definitely more to react to. Yeah, I have a big jug of Florida honey, but I don't think it's like super close to South Florida. I bought though a local honey that has he mixed actually the bee pollen into it. So
Oh,
it's like a double whammy. He like made like a frappe. Hey, Sean Mecca, good to see you. Just got home
just had a
from
big bonfire hosted at one of their
Ooh,
church shelters. That's kind of cool.
nice. Yeah, those smell good.
Hmm.
They go up and pretty fast too. It's pretty
They
frightening.
go up in flames.
They do. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, for me,
super fast.
it would be like, no, no, no. I'll take some of those trees home because then I can use them for my wood fire oven. Like, excuse me,
Yeah,
I'd be saving that wood.
hello tofu. I can to a certain extent. After a while, it kind of it'll burn the back of my throat. It's really strong. I seem to do better if I have it like if I juice it with something else, like with carrot or like I love the carrot, green apple, and ginger juice.
Hmm. Does it start
But
getting like
every
itchy
day,
throat?
it just burns. Like it burns because it's a hot spice.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So you
starts
just
to
have to
just
build up your
tolerance
tolerance
to
for
it.
hot
Yeah,
spots.
probably. That sounds about right. Because you have
Yeah.
to do it
So
with hot peppers too. So that makes
so
sense.
over at the other live there, I called
Mhm.
those two old codgers. John had a hard time pronouncing codger. And so then once he found out what the codger was, he goes, well, Maureen's a cougar. Yeah. So he goes, yeah, go over to the live with Carol and the cougar.
Oh my gosh. Well, we might get quite the
No,
crowd tonight
no,
then.
yeah, yeah. No, Mama's not a cougar.
No, mama's
Mm-mm,
not a cougar. No,
no,
no.
but John is an old codger.
Yes, he can be, that's for sure. He can be
Mm,
cranky. Cranky old
mhm.
codger. Yeah, that's too funny. You could see right away, poor guy lost weight on his
His
on his
illness.
stomach virus. Yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of caught that you had said that. I thought
Hmm.
because he does like, he does, being, you know, his accent, he's got more of a nasally sound, but I could definitely hear that there was congestion in the nasal as well. So it was like you're coming off of something there, but I didn't know that it was tummy too.
No, Joe
So,
is probably available. I know about the royal jelly. But what I paid for this stuff, I had no money left over for royal jelly. This guy kind of took me to the cleaners because I didn't ask at the plant sale. I was just like, that's just a little bottle. I hand him my card and they cleaned my card out just
that's
about. I'm
right.
like, okay.
Thank you for all of your money.
Yes, exactly. Let me just take all your money since we're getting rained out and I have to make a run for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was they were closing down the end of the sale because it was started to pour. And then after we left the area, thank God we did, a little west of there, a tornado touched down. So
Oh.
yeah, it can be very expensive, the royal jelly. Yeah, tofu.
Mhm.
And I forget like the added benefit, but the two together is fine. As far as what I need it for. The royal jelly, I think, isn't that for extra like energy and immunity? I forget. We used to take it when I was younger.
Can
Let
you
me
do
do that.
elderberries?
Mm, I seem to be able to do the elderberries.
Mm,
I've done both, like the syrup and the I love those chews, but now I can't have them because of all the sugar. My son's chews, his little
right. Yeah,
um
'cause my daughter made our elderberry syrup, and I noticed right away, like, when I was sick, it's like as soon as I took it, just the difference I would feel, less achy, less sick, it wouldn't last long, so then I just kept, sipping from the bottle. It was like You're
Yeah.
ODing on the elderberry syrup there, Marie. No, it's so
Stuff.
good.
Oh, I know. Isn't it good? Pure honey. Joe, you know what one of my favorite snacks is Greek plain yogurt, honey, and cinnamon at night. I like full
Mm,
fat though, whole milk Greek yogurt. It's
mhm.
organic. I get the Stonyfield, and oh, it's like it's just such a treat. Especially if I'm craving ice cream and I don't have it or I don't want to do that because it's yeah, I'll have a little bit of that and it's so good. I have to get some royal jelly. It says royal jelly is well known for its protective effects on, well, I don't need this part, reproductive health, but I guess it could help. Even though I'm not reproducing anymore. Neurodegenerative, as this is why neurodegenerative disorders, wound healing,
Ooh,
and aging. Hmm. They're not really positive of what it is. I hit I opened up something I'll have to read later. It's actual medical study.
mm. Yeah, I think I can't do royal jelly. Hey, Storms,
Hey,
coming to
Storms.
hang out with the Carol and the Cougar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, with peanut butter and honey, so you get that extra boost of the protein. I've never tried that, but I bet that's good.
Mm.
I bet that's really good. Of course, now I've got to go easy on the honey. We'll see. Those of you that
What's
didn't,
is it
hmm?
just the sugar in
Yeah,
the
just
sugar in
sugar, just to up the
the
sugar. Yeah, I just want to see if that really helps me with my pain. But I've got to figure out what's the
mm,
right balance. Like how much can I have? Can I have
mhm.
honey at night? What time of day would it be best to have that? Like, because I know I always like to eat at night, and that's the worst time for you to eat right before bed. Your body needs to
Yeah.
rest and not digest. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah,
But I'm
cougar. Yeah,
hungry at that
I
time.
know, me too. Especially after we get off lives and we're talking about food.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. You're
Okay.
right. I forgot about that. Storm's
Hey,
the link in there. Go ahead.
hey everyone. So I just refreshed the page and there's 8 thumbs up and there's 14. So those of you that didn't go and put the thumbs up for Carol, let's go put those thumbs up for Carol. Let's
Oh,
just give
thank
her a whole lot
you.
of love and support, and let's do what we can to push this stream so that she just
Thanks.
jumps over that hump.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really
You're
appreciate
very
that.
welcome.
I do have to get a
Because
video up.
we're
I know we're
climbing
just
so hard to get it. Like, oh,
you're at least putting out more content when it comes to videos. I've got to get out there
but
and do
it's not doing me
something.
any good. It's not doing me any
That's
good.
just it doesn't make sense with the algorithm, like as far as what they give you for watch hours with the videos. They want you to
Yeah.
make entertainment like that, but they give you more for the live with watch hours. I really wish like Charles could come and explain that again because I really didn't understand the whole way he was saying how they count it and don't
Right.
count it.
Right. For when you're doing lives, but just even the lives is definitely giving you the push in your watch time hours, which is what you really wanted to do, what you want to
Yeah.
do.
The big finger, I don't which finger would that be, Sean?
Thumbs are conspiracy started by Big Finger to sell us gloves with extra fabric.
Yep. I always like my thumbless gloves the best anyway. Said they're better for when you're like scrolling your phone because otherwise you got
Exactly.
to have those special gloves.
Yeah. So there we are paying, arm and a leg just to have fingers and thumbs in our gloves.
That's right. I don't know if my heart can stand all that. Brutal Bob, you're so sweet.
That's very, very kind of you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Brutal
Speaking
Bob.
to 2 old ladies who do not think that they're all that in a bucket of chicken. Well, I'll speak for myself.
No, I'm with you on that. No, no. I was trying to decide. I was just gonna put on my stuff that I put on before bed, and I was like, I probably should draw eyebrows on this face because they've just like they're there, but the color just is, you can't see them
You
against
know,
my skin hardly at all. So I'm like, I don't
mhm,
want to scare the people. Let them,
yeah. Carol, I think I'm the larger black version of you, and you are the petite white version of me. Because as I left the other live, I was in my room, so
Mhm.
and it was like, okay, I'll get some lipstick on. And as I'm walking to the bathroom, it's like, I wonder if I should put some eyeliner on just to make the eyes look a little bit better. And I thought, oh, you're wearing your glasses, don't worry about it.
I know.
You
I
know, but
love
it's like,
glasses for that.
but
Yeah.
there you and I are both saying the same thing. It's like, should I add a little bit more?
Something, something.
We
Well,
think so much the same.
I'm gonna admit something that back
Okay.
in the 80s,
Mm,
when Janet Jackson came out with that album where she had that long flowing curly hair, I have natural pin curl hair too if I let my hair grow out when it used to be fuller. And
hmm
I used to be like, I wouldn't mind if God told me I was related to her because she had those like six-pack abs. I'm like, I'm okay if Janet and I are a little related. And she, had the moves. I was like, I'm really okay with that. Guys, I
So
think
here,
maybe,
so
maybe
right. So here it is, 40 years later, and
I found my
God let
sister.
you be related to me, non
That's
six
no, you're better. You're way
pack.
better. No, it's now years later, and we found out about the Jackson family and all the
Yeah.
weirdness and stuff. So yeah,
So
no, I'd rather be related to you. Yes, definitely.
I'm just
You
gonna
too.
put fake eyebrows on there. Storms. There you
Yeah,
go. Let's have these ones.
yeah. I know. I've done that. I've painted angry eyebrows in before storms. I'm
Uh-huh.
always concerned about that. That I'll sketch them in wrong.
Yeah.
But
Well, I didn't do I don't go to the YouTubes to go, hey, how do you put eyebrows on? And so there was
uh,
one day I'm putting it in black, which even though I have black eyebrows, I need to do brown, so dark brown. And so I put the
mhm.
black on. I go to my gig, and my bass player, he's from Tennessee, and he goes, "Oh, well, look at your eyebrows." And it was like they were about this big as my fingers. But he doesn't diss me. He just like, "Oh, well, look at your eyebrows." And I go, "I don't know. I have no idea how to do it. I have no idea. Now I've learned how to do it. Now I've learned don't use black." It looked like I'd taken a Sharpie and like
I love the way he reacted. He wanted to tell you, but he had no clue. I like,
mhm, mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, he has a
Oh my
wife
gosh.
who I think he has a wife who he is probably uh has said stuff and then she has just like clawed him down. It was like, how dare you? So he's just, well, those are eyebrows. Those look at those eyebrows more. Mhm. And it's like, I know,
Mhm.
I have no idea.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. I miss back in the day. I used to fill mine in with powder. I had this one lady, her I had this friend and her mom is the lady. We had gone out somewhere. I had no makeup on most of the day, and then we were going to go, of all places, to like our church had like a singles group. Is basically what it was. I can't believe they called it that back in the day, but it was all kind of college and career is what my other
right.
church would call it. And this church called it the singles group. And I came out with my makeup on, and she's like, "Wow." She's like, "Wow, you almost look like a different person." It's like a prettier person,
Is that
a
is that
nicer looking
is
person.
that good or bad? Like,
She didn't know
which
you,
one? Because
and you're
like I don't know how to take that now.
exactly. And my
So
friend's like, "Oh, don't mind her. She just says things." It was her mom. She's like, "No, it's okay. You
just
look
ignore her.
beautiful."
She's my mom. She's
Yeah,
irritating me.
yeah.
Sean says that it reminds me of those pictures of you when you were younger on Facebook, Mrs. Carol. And
Oh,
it's like, oh well, I want to see those
well, thank
little
you.
pictures.
Well, thank you very much. Which one's Facebook? Let me see. I gotta look at my own Facebook. I'm thinking, what did I put up
Like,
on Facebook?
what pictures have I put up there?
Yes, I'm like very curious about my own pictures. I am so not Facebook savvy anymore at all. Not that I ever was
Well, they keep
super
changing it
savvy.
too. Like, so you go
Yes.
on, you're like, where do I push? I don't know. Close it down. Carry on. Just carry on. Just
Oh,
pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, see, there's that's my natural color there and my hair
Oh,
right
look at
there.
how cute you are.
Thank you. That was 40th. That was so 13 years ago. I still had the young and glow on me. Yeah, yeah. I miss that. Now I just get the sweats glow.
now, now I just have that perspiring,
Yes, the
gentle
glow of
look. Ooh, that's why you need it. You need fans. Ooh, I'm trying to cool off the sweat. I'm getting old.
I need that. That's actually what that girl when I was talking about today when she bought out her person that, the company that however supported her video that it was a
Oh
little
yes,
toy.
yes.
The first thing she pulls out before that is a fan, like the Asian fans. I was like, "Oh yeah, girl. You know,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
need one of them." Yeah, this
Yeah.
is with my hair back with my mom at church. We went to
Aw,
actually a church called Bible Town in
aw.
Boca. Yeah, I miss her.
You're
Oh
just
my
a cute
goodness.
little thing.
Why,
We would
thank
have been the
you.
best of friends in the '80s, you and I.
I think so too. And
Mhm.
this is what actually my friend that I knew from this is us meeting up. This was end of 2020. Um, I've known her since youth group. That's my friend
Mm,
Doris. That's still
mhm.
my natural color. So 3 years ago at 50, lost a bit of the glow, but it's, that's what I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying. All right. So I don't have that many pictures, just those couple. Thank you, Sean. That was very thoughtful of you to say
Mm.
that.
So is this
Very
not your natural color?
No, the
Mhm.
red was just something I felt like doing one day, and then I've
Okay,
stuck with it,
okay.
because I still like it. It'll go because I get wins. "Hey, Zach, is that you? Zach, is this" I
Mm,
do. I did that in high school too.
mhm.
Come
That's very cute. Bah ha
Very
ha
cute.
ha
Very cute. Ha ha. Let's
ha.
see, is that conservative? I know. No, I thought you were Zach, that your channel was Zach's channel, but I don't think so.
Hmm.
We have a
I've
friend,
never met conservative living a democratic lifestyle.
I've seen him around in all different I know conservative living, weren't you back in the day too with uh freedom's chat at night? Oh gosh, now my brain. Ron. Oh my goodness, I can't think of his channel name. We used to all go there. It was kind of like end of the night. Yeah, no,
Yes.
Zach. Okay. Yeah, I know Zach's somebody different. After I saw your channel, I knew it wasn't Zach's. And Zach was part of that group too. That was like over 4 years ago. And I think Ron's been gone a year or more. He passed. That was so hard because there was a ton of us that would go in because he was so laid back and so easygoing. And everybody just felt like kind of relaxed in there, but everybody was like patriots, as they called, people aren't calling themselves so much that anymore, but
No.
because it's getting flagged. But it was
Oh.
very conservative group. Cool. So I can't believe they called you that on your way out. Was that to rib you? Like those old codgers. I'm gonna have
Well,
to.
that's John. Like, if you go and poke John,
Oh yeah.
then he likes to, here, let me poke back.
Yes, he's spicy.
Yeah.
That's
So
what.
then,
Yeah. Homestead and I talk about that. That John and I are both spicy. If you poke us too much, we get a little spicy.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Conservative living. We did have some really good chats in there. It was that time of when things were so uncertain, and
And
that was
we
one of
like
the
to have a
chats.
have a platform where,
Hmm.
you're getting to hear stuff and to feel part of a community. So,
Exactly. Exactly. It was still while I was doing gardening, but it was just one of those ones for the people like us who are up later at night. Like, well, you're West Coast, but I'm up late. So, oh, you're old enough to be. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Sean. No, you didn't. Just call me that. No way.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Really me.
It's really him. Yeah.
You're such a youngin', Sean. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But thank you that you didn't know until just now. You figured it out. That makes me feel pretty good.
Oh, so you've forgotten who conservative living Democrat is. So
No,
they said, I won't remind you.
I recognize your name and everything, conservative living.
Hello, too.
And yeah. Oh no, you don't. She's my girl. She's like, oh no, you don't. You're gonna get a beat down now from all the old ladies. We're all gonna beat you down with our fans.
Yeah, when I was going to sign in, I thought, oh, I should put the Cougar on, and I thought, no, Maureen, you just don't go there, because it's like you're going to have a whole bunch of people thinking that that's the kind of girl you are, and you're like,
yeah, no, you don't need that, especially with your professional side.
No. Well, actually, not even just that. It's the fact that Mama's looking for an old, wealthy, on his way out, needs a caregiver. That's the kind of man Mama's looking for. Because Mama's like,
what was her name? But then you've got to fight the kids for it. You want an older man like that who has no children.
No children. Yes.
Because then you're like Anna Nicole Smith, who like the kids like took her all to court with that one guy that she got. How you doing, Barry? He just entered the room.
There it is. I'm up to silly clock myself out in there. Yeah, I'm the same. Yep. Yes, Kara, we're in different time zones, but it's like I'm still. It's like I'm going to 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning.
John said.
Yes.
Hey, John.
I'm not highlighting it. I'm not even highlighting that, John.
Oh, look at the old Cougars or the old Codgers come in.
That's right.
Oh.
We do have people that use canes.
Shots fired.
We do have people that use canes, but not just because of age, Sean. So go easy. Go easy. Go easy. You are too much, John, calling my friend a cougar. You better watch out.
Well, he's upset that I called him a codger.
That's
but
true.
He is a codger.
I have a drinking problem.
Coffee water's hot. I'll be right back.
Ooh,
I'm glad this water wasn't, because it just went down my chin.
Oh my goodness.
I was laughing while drinking.
Hey, Hudson.
Good to see you, Grown with Hudson. How you doing? We're talking about silly and good stuff too. What do you guys do? Like you guys are on the island, but it does get cold. So have you guys ever had the power go out when you really needed like heat and you're up there in that cold? Like what are the tips?
It's not super cold per se here. Not like other places like up farther north in British Columbia. Like I'm quite low on the parallel, but we've only had a few little small blips of power out. Never days. Vancouver, I think a few years back they had days.
Some of those places, same thing with New York City, they tend to lose power at the worst times, like when it's the heat is really, really bad and they need those AC units working in the windows, or now in the winter.
You go, it's funny how it's always going to be extreme weather when we lose power.
Imagine that.
But I do have I have a generator, and then as I was talking today, which I should have went and looked up about what Crisco actually, what that product really was before it became a cooking agent. I should go and look that up to say what it is. But I have those and stuff. So I have, heat sources and things like that if we lose power for days. And then I have a brand new big generator. That way it'll keep all my fridges and freezers. That's the only reason for my generator, is just to keep the stuff going. So
good.
Hey,
Cheat.
Yes, Crisco is a machine lubricant.
That's what it was.
Know what the name of it is.
Do you remember what the name? Oh, what Crisco stands for?
Yeah, and that's how they got the name Crisco. So it's
Aid said Google said it was crystallized cottonseed
Yeah, but
Oil.
that's just to make us
It's an
all say,
acronym.
"Ooh,
Yeah. It's an
so good."
acronym for something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, poop.
That's really gross though. Just
Yeah.
cottonseed oil that like that's what we make our clothes out of. But then again, I mean, you can make clothes out of hemp, and hemp oil is great for
Mhm.
you.
So
So
Crisco means congestive heart failure.
pretty
Pretty
much. Yeah, pretty much. Clog your arteries with Crisco.
Mhm.
But
Can't
boy, does it make
taste
good. What was that, Barry?
I can't stand the taste of it on anything.
Well, they make butter Crisco, like butter flavored, and that's what I would use when I
I
would
still
make
taste it.
the
And now,
I could cook with lard, and I would much rather cook with lard over
Oh
Crisco
yeah.
or
Well, but this was
or
vegetable
just
oil
butter.
or
before I
butter. Yeah.
knew. Yeah, this was before I knew
Yeah.
about Crisco. And you make rugla with, you usually do a Crisco, sour cream, butter. It's like 3 different fats you use to get that crispy, like pie crust cookie.
But
So,
Mm.
but
if
I
it was
didn't
the
make it
only
often, thank
thing,
God. Yeah, thank God.
like if it was the only thing I had left, I guess I would cook with it if it was
That's
desperate.
right. Yeah, true. True. But I know Bob has said he's made candles out of it. He just stuck a wick in it and it burns and burns and burns and burns for a long time. In fact, I miss Bob. He came back to town, but I haven't seen him
Yeah, I
come
think
around the
Saw
lives.
him once.
Yeah, me too. Just like, hey, I'm back. I hope they didn't get sick with everything going around and them traveling. I hope he didn't get the crud that's going around.
The crud.
Yeah, lard is great. Got a local plug. Wow, nice. For Forest Gray's pigs. Very nice. Yeah, I want to try lard. I haven't done that. And same with olive oil. Makes what things crisp. It makes definitely good like chicken skin. Love me some crispy chicken skin or turkey skin with I mix the olive oil with the butter
Yeah.
and melt it and brush it on. Oh, crispy. And really, you don't make it yourself. You don't. That's true. Yeah. We've been talking about that. Growing with Hudson, I was just talking about I brought home chamomile to see how my body would react to it because I get allergies during ragweed season. And that's why, because I had a reaction to chamomile tea made by somebody else. And I wanted to just try and make it before I tried to just totally grow it. It was a plant from our extension service, the local one. Yeah, growing with Hudson's good about growing all the things. Growing all the things and making all the things. So is my Maureen. She's so good at that too. I'm really impressed. Like, did you guys learn how to cook Korean food when you had the Korean exchange students? Is that what kind of kicked off the love of a lot of that? No?
No, no. Well, a little bit, like going and eating in a Korean food restaurant.
Okay.
That's kind of where it was. Most of our Korean students that we had were very, very young. So it wasn't that
Oh.
they would come in, like they wouldn't know how to cook.
Yeah,
They would
yeah.
just
No, I figured you mothered them and might have learned to so they could have some
No, I
meals.
wasn't that kind. It's like, "Here, oh, let me make a booty jjigae for you," or kimchi jjigae.
Well, you're
Like
kind
I
of busy. You kind of had your own kids. Plus, then here comes another one, and you're like,
and there
yeah,
comes another one. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was just you just fell in love with the food, and, like, I had, up at my when, we're talking, like, I don't know, 30 years ago, had some Korean barbecue with some friends from our church, and I went looking high and low for that sauce, not realizing that it was a bulgogi sauce, and, not until, we were here, but we all just kind of fell in love with Korean food, like, my whole family. Like, we'll
Mm,
do a full-on big Korean meal
yeah,
doing almost everything, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do, Joe. It's just when I got I think lard is, you can sub them. I would think so. If the lard is probably rendered down right, like if it doesn't
Yeah.
have, they're taking out anything, the little burnt bits and stuff. If it's nice and clear and good lard that you've rendered down. Yeah. Yeah, I know them. Oh yeah. I love Black's Tropical Homestead and Sherry and Bobby. They're awesome. They actually, Joe, they got down here to somebody I wanted to go out to see and just didn't get a chance while I was caring for my mom. And then I see Black's Tropical out there and I'm like, darn it. And they had already posted the video, so I think I had missed them at that point. And I did. They had already headed back home. But sometime when they come down here, I would love to meet them in person. But they were out at a place I later went out to. It's called Jack's Beanstalk. And I think she even donated plants for their meetup in Savannah. Exactly. There you go. Thank you for saying those words for me. If it's pure white, odorless, and tasteless. There we go. Pretty much. Yes, it will keep for ages and you can store meat in it, but I don't know how that goes. Like that's something like our great-grandparent, like my great-grandparents would have done. Maybe even my grandfather, because my father
Well, I wonder if you could store meat in it and then water bath the jar.
Yeah, but for some, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to water bath it. They would just store it in the lard in their cold. They would put it in the cellar, in the root cellar.
Oh, well, I would still want to know that it had a good seal.
Oh yeah, I would too. But I mean, like,
I guess that's what I was going for when I said, that you would water bath or something to that effect.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea.
I'm just a male. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I think that's no. You're right.
I'm just trying to guess here.
No, I don't think they did though. Back then, they might have just sealed it while it was hot. Like back then, sometimes all they did was they had the contents of the jar inside of it and the jar itself hot, and they would seal it, tighten it down, and sometimes they didn't water bath it. Like I've even seen some Canadians do that. A Canadian do that, and I was like, yeah, that would never go here in the States. Like, you can't do that here. You've got to do the water bath for 3 hours if it's got meat in it, or you've got to do the pressure canning, especially. And they recommend the pressure canning. But other, like Australia, they don't pressure can. Like some of these other countries do not pressure can their meats and
they boil it for hours and hours.
They water bath can it for, like the Amish. Make It Make did a whole thing on pressure canning compared to Amish canning, where they boil it for hours and hours. The color is actually better in the one that they boil for hours and hours compared to the pressure can one is duller in color. So on the shelf, it looks way prettier.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you do, but the Amish don't. Like the Amish don't. So it's up to people who, like, if they've done that their whole life, where they've 3-hour water bath can, who am I to tell them if they've never got sick from it? It's like they just never have, because who says that? A government agency tells us to do that.
Says, you can't do it. It has to be done whatever way. And you can watch some of those ones that they live in kind of Eastern Europe, and they have massive big jars. They usually have a flower lid or whatever, so it's not the ring and seal. Yeah, and they're outside and they're hacking the meat and they're putting all the veggies in, and then they go and put it in, big cauldron with a fire, and they just, let it boil forever, and it seals it, and you've got fresh food. Pressure canning just takes off your time. Yeah,
it's true. It takes less time. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, 90 minutes. Like, it took 90 minutes for my daughter to make 7 quarts of turkey broth.
That's awesome. I want to do the meals in a jar. That's one of the things. But I guess for pressure canning, what would you say, like, since you've done it on our panel now, you're our pressure canner, carrots should I start with? I asked somebody before, like, what's something that you would suggest to a first-time pressure canner to do in case they don't get it right? Like, what's a good thing to try?
Well, what would mean not getting it right? That they didn't seal, or
that they didn't seal for that time. Like, so you're not necessarily wasting the food in them and overcooking the food again.
So yeah, carrots would probably be a good thing, or if you wanted to do just some broth rather
Some
than
broth. Okay.
yeah. But in all honesty, it's like jump off with both feet into the pot, let it go.
Just do it.
You know, just do it. Yeah, absolutely. You have to realize that how many pounds of pressure and the temperature that sucker is up. And if there
Mhm.
is a jar that isn't sealed the next day, you huck it in the
Yeah.
fridge. It's totally fine. Like, it's 200 and,
Yeah.
50,000 degrees that is being boiled. So it's taking care of all the bacteria. It's just
Yeah.
that if you don't get your seal, then stick it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing is with your jar, make sure you got your paper towel and vinegar going around to make sure it's clean. But in all honesty, it's like jump.
So what you put in the fridge, you probably need to eat that within the next few days, wouldn't you?
Hey, sweet
A week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
But
fine.
typical. Mm.
Yeah.
Hello, sweet thumb.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And I would probably too. I don't recommend like going off and doing that kind of canning if you don't have canning experience and if that's
Yeah,
not
rebel,
your
don't do
heritage. Like,
don't do rebel canning. But
yeah.
you know how you've only done you've done water bath canning though, right, Carol?
Yes, I have. And I even then, like I had one that siphoned so it didn't seal. And I
Yeah,
didn't know why it did that. Like, was it I just brought the jelly up too high in my jar? Is that what would cause the siphoning over? Not
possibly, yeah.
enough headspace? Okay. Because the other ones
Exactly.
were fine. Like, it was
Yeah,
just that one seemed to siphon.
yeah.
That was when
So
I
it
made
could
them
just be
very
not, debubbling it well enough
yeah.
and
I am
mhm.
not good at debubbling. I don't understand that concept of debubbling. Like in jelly. Like I don't understand that concept. Like how are you within that gelatinous stuff? How are you actually getting I feel like I'm putting more bubbles in it. You know what I mean? Like by
Yeah,
sticking it along the
yeah,
sides. I
yeah.
feel like I'm
But you're
creating
not.
more.
You're just creating the space because automatically they want to come up. So when you're just
Okay.
putting it, if you're just sliding it through, as an X, kind of making the Star of David type of thing, if it's a
Mhm.
jelly, then that's just letting that space, it's letting that air out,
Oh.
and then as it leaves, the jelly
Mhm.
fills in that spot. So you're not making more.
You didn't know about that little tip about like doing like a Star of David and the jelly
Mm,
while you're debubbling. Okay.
yeah,
I'll try
yeah.
that next time. That might have
Good
been it.
evening, Growing with Hudson.
Um,
She was saying hi to him.
you are just no, I'm trying to read what Guardian Warriors stories out the air. Yeah. I yeah. You're like poking out the you're kind of not really stirring it though. They're poking it when I've seen them do it. It's not
Mhm.
re-stirring it once it's in the
No, you
jar
just exactly, but it's allowing the space for that
to
air
pop.
pocket to come up.
Okay.
So,
That
yeah,
makes
and
sense.
I just use a metal chopstick. Like if I'm just doing like a stew in a jar, then I'm just sticking it on each side, using
Mhm.
four and then one in the center, just because you can't move it around when it's potatoes and beef and carrots and all that. So
Yeah, I don't get that then. How does that work if you have all those holes? I guess it allows for it to escape. You don't really have to do
yeah,
too much.
no, no, exactly. As soon as you move it around, if an air bubble is under, a piece
Mhm.
of
Like,
meat, so you move it and up it comes. It's just natural. It's going to come up,
okay.
right?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
no, because
yeah,
if you do that in ceramics, your whole piece blows up if you don't take care of your bubbles in your piece. So that's how I
exactly.
can, in my brain, is
There's
like
gas.
relating it.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you could
Yeah.
also do if you like green beans, like
Oh,
can up
yeah.
some pints of green beans, something small, but
Yeah.
you know, for the
You
most
do like,
part, it's you don't go crazy and do a bunch of things. Follow the recipe, and you can
yeah.
feel safe.
Yeah.
I've created. I didn't know that you're not supposed to create your own recipes, but like I make this one dish which is Mexican pulled chicken, and I absolutely
True.
love it. And so then I just figured out, it would be no different than if I was just putting chicken. So I kind of followed a recipe, but I was using these particular ingredients to make this, kind of, it's a great meal in a jar. And that's the one that I would teach to people because it wasn't a whole bunch of chopping and stuff. Actually, that's what it is. When I first teach a class on pressure canning, I do something called chili beans, using dried beans because it's super cheap. You the night before you put in, I do believe it's a half a cup of beans. It could be a half or a cup. I haven't done it in a while. Into each jar, fill them up with water, let them sit overnight, and then strain and give it a rinse because I think that helps with the gas. And then it was like some chili powder, a quarter cup of tomato sauce, salt, pepper, garlic, just your spices. And then you fill the rest up with water, throw it into the pressure canner. It comes out tasting like it's meat. It almost tastes like it's actual chili. It's absolutely divine. Yeah.
I'm gonna that video is that video up?
It might be, but if not, I can send you the recipe over.
Yeah. I think that would be great. I like pinto beans in our chili because I can digest them well. But if I did that with the beans, I probably could digest them better.
Yeah.
Like all the steps. I know some people can. Yeah, I know. I've heard that too. And I wondered how that worked after people are, kind of digging in the leftovers. I don't know.
I eat them the next day. I mean,
that's we usually do too. That would
when I can my leftovers, it's not like we've served out whatever it was that we were eating, and then there's enough left over, and so we sterilize our jars, throw it into the pressure canner. 90 minutes later, we've now stored that rather than sticking it in the fridge or putting it in the freezer. So we've done our Mexican tortilla soup. We've recanned up our French onion soup.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, when you got 7 quarts of leftover soup.
Oh, that totally makes sense then. Yeah, if you're doing a huge batch like that. Yeah.
It's official. I have the wrong neighbors.
I know, right?
Totally.
Well, if you're doing it with that purpose, is I'm going to make a meal for that night for my family. Plus, we're going to make this a big batch so we can then can this batch too. I think that's great. Like great planning, great idea.
Yeah.
Have been touched with a mouth. Yeah, no, not with a mouth or fingers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Don't be going, like, here, let me just try that. Okay, now put it in.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't finish that burrito? Put it in the jar.
Yeah, I don't even stick, like, if I use a spoon to taste something that I'm serving my family, I do not double dip. That spoon is a tasting spoon and goes over in the same.
No, when I watch people's cooking shows and they're licking it, and it's like, no. So when I'm doing anything with cooking that I'm videotaping, and because this is how I am at home, there is a plate. I don't even put the spoon on my counter. My using spoon will go on a plate. I've got my stir. I bring it over, taste, put the spoon back on my plate.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, there is. It's called community. Why would I do this to see my screen?
I don't know. Is it helping? Is it from a distance?
No. No, it's because like here, everybody's kind of blurry because I have progressives. So I have to look at it and it's called Community Canning and a Connie. And so there is the recipe. Oh, that's the pressure canned Mexican pulled chicken. Let me just see if I did do I did unstuffed cabbage rolls. So those are the two.
GT, you can come up if you're able. And anybody else in the side chat that I know, you guys are more than welcome.
It's all because I'm old.
That was just hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Dolly.
I think I'm older than you, Storms.
Thought you were going to do a little musical number for us.
I'll be 57 in March.
Really?
We're born in the same year.
Do you know that's
So
a
yeah,
lot of my
actually, you're
neighbors.
1 month older than me. I'll be 57. I'm pretty sure I'm 56 now. I'll be 57 in April.
Well, there you go.
I
Yeah.
love my birthday because it helps with that, with a 0. When you're born with a 0 on the end of the year, it's really helpful as you get older.
Is it?
I'm a July baby. I'll be 54. Oh, look, growing how with Hudson's like March what? March what?
Oh,
Got
it's
another March
born
baby.
March.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Well, probably doesn't want
Not
to put
like
out.
we'll remember it.
Probably doesn't want to put out the full birth date because we are on social media.
That's true.
Don't want anybody hacking stuff.
Oh, March 26th for Grown with Hudson.
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. Growing with Hudson, it will be the. Let's see, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. It would be the 4th week of March.
It's around the same time.
You're gonna be 48, gardening warrior. 48.
Yes, I'm an Aries under the fire sign.
You are. I
you're
hope
just
so.
a baby. Oh my gosh. Good Lord. I've got children. Not much. Not much
you are
younger.
not.
Olmsted called me a codger. I'm up here with a cougar. What are you talking about?
Abe, you are not 74. Shut up. I do not believe that. No way. You do not look 74 at all.
I feel like I'm 74.
I swear that's a typo.
Oh, what 56?
Don't even look.
Supposed to feel like, so let alone 57.
Yeah.
I've never been this age before.
No, me neither.
I do feel like things are falling apart faster.
Yeah. Don't say that too loud. Something might fall off.
Can
of
we slow that down just a bit? Oh, look, my finger fell off. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I was going to say, Abe, my gosh. 1974. Yeah, I thought you were younger than me. Too funny.
Oh, yeah. Now it makes sense. All right.
Too funny. Abe acts older than me, but he's younger than me. Acts more mature, I should say. But everybody acts more mature.
That's what this live stream was for. Cougars and Codgers.
That's great.
Nope, I'm a
rename.
Taurus.
I'm going to
I'm a
rename
Taurus,
it.
darling.
And I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
Not that I, buy into all that, but I do
but
like. I like the pretty sign that I am, the lion.
Yeah, I figured that with Carol's being a Leo. Yeah.
Really?
Was married to him for several years.
Oh.
No, it was fun.
Oh, okay. It was fun.
It was fun. Things went sideways. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, with Leo and with Taurus, things can go sideways. Better watch out.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh, we're just, strong women under those signs. Yeah.
I'm going to say passionate. I'm passionate about everything.
That's right. We are passionate.
I'm passionate to get my way. I'm passionate to be right.
What? Oh, I'm so fine with not being right. So fine. It's
that way nobody asks me the answers.
Well, I just like
kidding.
when I was in my younger days, I had a really good memory for things. And if there was an argument happening, I would only fight for the things that I knew that I was correct about. If I wasn't, if I knew that, I was wrong about that, I just stay quiet.
I'm so sorry, growing with Hudson.
Ooh.
I am so. Is it genetic? Because we have a part of the family that's genetic in. That they like my aunts, my great grandmother, both had it. So it's kind of hit or miss in the family. And then neither one, like my great grandmother she raised chickens. Hey, living my best life at 60. Welcome in. She raised chickens and ate well and, basically self-sufficient before self-sufficient was called that. That was just life. So, but yeah, she dealt with that too.
Like when we were talking in the other live, it's like, if you can sit there and be, I'm prepping, but you go, no, this is just my lifestyle. I'm making, I'm canning up things. I've got these things stored up and organized so that if I do have if a person has a job as well and they can't work for a couple of weeks, well, you've got plenty of food, so it's like live a homestead lifestyle. And I think that's also what would make us a whole lot healthier. Eating real whole foods, not eating things that were that are pre-prepared and stuff like that, and growing your own stuff and eating it.
Growing with Hudson, have you tried the GAPS diet at all? As I know, Justin Rhodes, that's what they did when him and Rebecca were really, really sick, to heal her gut. And heal him too, because he has chronic Lyme disease. What did I miss, Barry? I'm
reading Homestead of Grace comments over here.
Living my best life. Are you a Cougar or a Codger?
I am so sorry, living my best life. Just ignore him. He's a little spicy tonight, and he's usually not the spicy one. You are a stinker, mister. Don't be asking my guest that popped it.
A question,
Yeah.
It's all that cayenne he eats. It's finally
it is. That's the cayenne coming out.
Spicy.
Yeah. Well, no, it's also the yoga mat that he was eating. Come on.
That's right. That foot-long plastic bread that he partook in.
Mm-hmm. So growing with Hudson, are you
okay?
Like
she was
like automatically they go, okay, you got to take this, got to do this. Have you been looking, researching yourself to go, what are some natural, healthy ways that you can keep the flare-ups from happening and not continue for it to go worse?
Yeah. I'm sure she will. She's very much
living my best life at 60. I'm a female, but not a cougar.
That's my girl. That's my girl right here. Just because she's female and we're in our 50s.
Does this look like a cougar to you now?
Plus, cougars are going after younger men, and once we get to a certain age, we're like, oh hell no, we don't want to be raising no more men.
No. Looking, it's like, no, I'm looking to, let's get the seniors meal and discount it, share the seniors meal. What kind of, discounts do you get with your discounts? Mm-hmm.
Can we take synchronized naps?
You can call me a gold digger. It's Carol Storms and the Gold Digger. I'm that. Except for I don't do any of it. It's just, that's where I dream. Gold digger dreamer.
The Gold Digger stream. I'm going to totally call it that. Cougars, Codgers, and Gold Diggers. Fri-Yay.
Good. I dare you. Change it right now.
Oh my God. I don't think I can.
Pencil up in the corner. You can change it right now.
Let me see if I can. Hold on. That was so funny. Let me see if we can do it.
But the problem is that I don't do dating online or anything. I just go, you know what, God, you bring the right person, but I don't go anywhere. So I live on my property. I live in my bedroom for the most part, and it's like, so whoever's gonna come by, they literally have to come by my house and by my window for them to find me. So
and serenade. They better sound good. They better be close to pitch perfect.
Well, no, I just love a voice that sings. It doesn't especially a voice that's singing a worship song to God. Then it's like that's music to my ears. I don't care how croaky it sounds. It's absolutely stunning.
So my mom and dad wouldn't bother you.
No, my dad could sing bass. But my mom was tone deaf.
I just gave them props because they were worshiping God, and it didn't matter how bad they sounded.
No, that's not much younger.
I love you, Mom, if you're watching this, and Dad, I know you're up there looking down at me saying, son, I know God. I could strike you down.
Yeah. I don't know. 5 years younger, that could be Cougarville there, darling. That could be.
It depends on the guy. Like, it depends. Like, that he's 50. If she's in her 60s, that means that puts him in his 50s. So it depends on how young of a 50 he is. He might be Like, who knows what kind of shape he's in? Yeah.
Baby, come here.
But yeah,
Come here,
a little
kitty.
Cougarish, just a little, a
Almost technically a cougar, says Homestead.
touch. I wanted to tell you, Hudson, there's this aloe stuff. It's a drink, and it's by, I think, Lily of the Valley. I have to look it up. It
Give me
was
kitty.
Brenda told me about it.
Come here,
It's
baby.
pretty good. They have one that is specifically for digestive, and
Oh,
it has other things. And I think when you said slippery elm, I believe it does have slippery elm in it. And it has some peppermint. I don't know if you're, sensitive to peppermint right now with what's going on, because some people can be sensitive to that, but they have one without the peppermint too. I have to look it up.
That's cute. You done said the wrong thing with this group. You don't. You just keep it quiet. Just keep it quiet. Don't say nothing.
Get him, Katie. Get him.
Let me see.
You did call it Cougars, Codgers, and Gold Diggers.
Yep, I just changed it so we could have a really good time. Who knows what we're going to get in now? Because I even lowered
who knows what's going to come in? Who's going to want to come up with you? Or no, I think you have it where it's listed.
It's only I do, but I lowered it.
Yeah, I mean, she let
I
me.
was afraid.
No.
I was afraid somebody came in who wasn't, because I noticed I didn't.
There he is. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Rob, what's up?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Age is just a
to
number.
be the younger guy these days. Yeah. It's getting a lot harder for me to be the younger girl too. My husband is, I think, 4 years. He would have been I would have been in middle school while he was graduating high school, which is so crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like, I'm dating a high schooler. It's a little messed up because he's like a graduating senior and you're just graduating middle school. So that's kind of gross. It's this one here. I got to make myself big for a second. This is the one without the peppermint. This is the stuff. Lily of the Valley. They make a detox formula. And she uses it because she has lupus. We've talked about it. So she's talked about it openly before, and it helps her. And then there's another one that is for gastrointestinal, but that's the one that has the peppermint in it. This one has.
Q, you belong right here with us.
Wish I had a memory so I could have gone into medical, like a better memory. This one has. Oh, this one has spearmint. I didn't realize that it was so light. Milk thistle, echinacea. Oh, it didn't bother me. Cool. Okay, burdock root, dandelion.
What is the price for you for that?
For us, it is $16.43. If you subscribe and save, one-time purchase is $17.29.
Wow.
But the bottle is like a liter. It's like a liter bottle. Why? How much is it for you guys?
Oh, I'm trying to see what my.
I'm on Amazon. Growing with Hudson. It's on Amazon. But yeah, it's Lily of the not of the Valley. I'm such a dork. It's
Lily of the Desert.
Desert. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so 960 mils is this one, and this is, I'm getting it out of a place called iHerb where I've bought.
Yes, iHerb's great.
$29.09.
Oh, for you guys.
$29.09.
That's Canadian, you all. Don't get scared if you're in the US. She's scaring you with those Canadian prices.
Yeah. Canadian prices just absolutely suck all the time.
Like what? It's crazy. Okay, here's the stomach formula is in pink, and that one's on sale on Amazon for $11.23. Oh wait, that's my whole.
Wow.
Wait, no, that's a Whole Foods.
24.
That's it. Yeah, that's a Whole Foods one. You have to get it at Whole Foods. You can get 2 bottles for $25, I think, through Prime. Trying to find the single one from Amazon. Yeah, the single one from Amazon is like $22. But locally, you might be able to get it at a Whole Foods if you have one near you. So those might help a little bit. The one with the stomach. In fact, I've got to re-up. I've got to get more. The one is for gut health, stomach acid and everything. That one is the one with peppermint. So it's got, of course, aloe vera juice. I don't know what the polysaccharide rich, what that is. I have to look that up.
Doesn't sound safe, whatever it is.
No, polysaccharides should be okay if they've got it in this. They better. Darn it. This is supposed to be good stuff. Helps
Sounds
my
like
friend.
something they mix to make like vinyl floors or something.
Oh gosh, that's terrible. No, I don't. I'll
Hey,
look it up.
Missy.
Hi, Missy. What's up? How are you doing, Hot Mess Missy?
Oh,
We
I've never
found
met
each
Hot
other.
Mess Missy.
We found each other through Barry. It's like an aloe juice. It's thin. It doesn't like, it's not the best tasting stuff. And you do it within like a month. It's like you take it's like a shot glass full growing with Hudson. If you can't handle the flavor, you can put a little juice over top and you know, I don't think you want to put booze with it because that tears up your stomach too. That's another thing people don't realize. If you drink and you're having stomach issues, booze messes up your belly. Like you can get messed up belly just from drinking, even drinking wine, even though like I think during the biblical times their wine was a bit different and the ferments were homemade. So it was a healing wine because it says it's good for the stomach.
Yeah, sure.
No, I meant like the ferments.
I know what I'm just being a smart ass.
Okay. The ferments are like, different.
Someone's got to be.
It's more like making your own at home.
Cougars, Codgers, smartasses, and gold diggers.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We got it all.
Okay, let me do that one. I'll smartasses. I gotta add to it. Let's see. Okay, this one has chamomile leaf in it, borage leaf, marshmallow root, ginger root, Puey d'Arco bark, which is great for yeast. If you're having an issue with, and you don't even know it sometimes, that you have yeast or candida overgrowth, Puey d'Arco is great for that. Blessed thistle herb, I'm not sure on that one. And it does have the slippery elm bark and fennel seed. I've got to actually reorder that one. That's some good stuff. And then let me look.
Got everything in there.
Little bit of shot of everything. Shot of the good stuff. I mean, now
and
look
so
up
you found that it was very helpful.
It was helpful. It's just my problem is I forget. I forget to take vitamins. I forget I have something good for myself.
Yeah, I forget to get things good for me. That's my.
You forget to get them.
Like I focus so much on the carbs and no fat, then I forget that the things that have a lot of carbs can not always be good for me either.
True. Yeah.
Oh,
choosing the better carbs. What am I missing? Hold on, I'm looking something up, so I'm not seeing the side chat.
Okay. She's been under the weather.
Oh, that's right. You had gotten the vid, I think, is what you told us in berries. I'm so sorry.
If I could take care of you, I would, Missy.
I'm so sorry. Polysaccharide. It's a carbohydrate. It's a starch.
I hope so.
Yeah. Whose molecules consist of a number of sugar molecules bonded together. It probably gives, because aloe is nasty. If you ever just eat aloe, it has like I don't know how to describe it, like just a funk. And they probably that's probably how they sweeten it a little bit. But it's somehow made from the aloe itself because it's called rich aloe sorb. It's some kind of proprietary thing they did. It also has just a touch of magnesium. It says sodium and calcium. So it sounds like they're trying to give you, what do you call it? Your, like Gatorade is, your electrolytes in with it. Because it does have a little bit of sodium.
So the aloe vera juice, the whole leaf unfiltered, from, if I buy it through Amazon.com, is 27, and this is 3.7 liters, so a whole gallon, and it's 27.11 with I think the shipping fees were $16, which I think that's pretty good for like almost 4 liters.
Yeah,
out of
pretty good. Yeah,
I'm gonna send that to my daughter.
But this I think
Go,
is higher
hey,
because it's got all the other stuff, like all the other supplemental.
right.
That's why it's
Yeah.
probably
This is
higher
just
price
this.
for you all. Plus, how
Mhm.
are you guys able to? Are you guys able to still order stuff in and they just removed it from the shelves? Like you can't go in and buy like supplements and stuff now? We heard that pretty much Canada
No.
removed. No.
Yeah. No. They have like legally they've said, but there's pushback, and so it's still in the courts and stuff. No. I can
Oh, good.
go and
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm still buying stuff. Yeah, and that's always an important thing I'm gonna say is that when they go, oh, did you see this? Did you hear this on the news? It's like if you know somebody there, call them up and ask them because more than
Yeah.
likely it's bullshit and it's not the truth. It's just propaganda to make us all go, oh, is that gonna come? No,
Oh,
no,
Just
find
maybe.
somebody on the ground
Yeah.
and I want to send her this here.
don't fall.
I really hope
there,
it works for you, Hudson. I hope it helps your belly, hon. Because that's terrible. I deal with the IBS that goes with that. Yeah, thank you. It does taste funky. Tried the
Cool.
flowers from the aloe? No, I can't say I've ever tried an aloe flower.
What?
That's pretty interesting, Joe.
I didn't know
Very-
that was a thing.
Yeah. Joe Serrano, when you're getting like a street taco down there in Mexico, is it true that they will mix in mayo sometimes? Like make it like a coleslaw for a topping, but it's not necessarily cabbage, it's lettuce,
Wow.
or is it a coleslaw? Because my brother lived out in California and he would get cravings for like the street tacos, and he said that was one of the things they would do. They would mix a little mayo in with the lettuce or the cabbage
I
topping.
just love coleslaw if it's made right. And street tacos,
Me too.
oh, God.
I do too. Yeah, they're so tiny. Exactly. How do you collect? Because it's like a stem that comes up. And they don't come up like all the time. Because I've had my neighbor had these aloes that all they did was just make babies all the time, and I never really saw many flowers on them. And we didn't keep it only because we were afraid there were snakes in there because it was just so huge, the planter, that a snake could have been down inside of it. My husband was like, no, I don't want that. It's probably got a snake in it.
Anyway,
Nothing like street meat. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. Homestead Aquarius had his foot long today that he showed us all during my daytime live. Oh, that's true. It might be a different, I didn't think of that. A different type of aloe that you have. Pretty. I think aren't they mainly like a light yellow and white here, Rob, in the States? From what I've seen. Yeah. And it's not always just fish tacos that do that. I think he was saying like they did it with some of the meat tacos. My bananas, Hudson, you will not believe it, but I have 2 actually now. I looked out the window during my live earlier this week and I saw another flower. So I've got 2 going into bananas, like into Rex. The other ones were great. The only problem was because it was the holidays, they were ripening. We were eating them. I moved them over somewhere else to get the table ready. We completely forgot about them. And so now I'm going to dig a hole next to my bananas and bury them to feed the bananas, if that makes sense. The ones that we didn't eat that are now black. So, but they were delicious. My bananas are like cooking bananas. They're multi-purpose, but they have, when they do ripen, it's almost like a citrus note to them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really different. I love them. I wish I could get more. I want to get more bananas. Yeah, it is. That's bananas.
I heard that in her voice too. That's what's killing me.
She's so silly.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing like Rex. Yeah, I got the Rex.
Mhm.
Boys, come to the yard for my Rex. On my bananas, you perverts. But yeah, they're really good. I lost a lot that I had actually put in our freezer when our fridge and freezer went out.
Oh.
So I lost, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. That you can use it for tea. My Haitian neighbors, she used it for tea, medicinal tea. But I haven't done that because to tell you the truth, it's just to me, I've eaten the flour like somebody suggested to before, and that tasted like shit. Sorry. It tasted horrible. It tasted like when you just get that part of, the banana isn't quite ripe and you get the little strings and it's got that like
Mhm.
kind of weird flavor, really
Mhm.
strong coming out of the flour. The
Okay.
little flowers though, not the main flower down at the bottom, not the male.
Mm.
What did I miss? Sorry for my loss. Did I?
Your banana loss, I think.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, who died?
Yeah, no,
Did
I
I
was like,
say,
I don't know, I don't know, I don't
did
know.
I
And then
say something about
I think
anybody dying
it was the
today?
fact that when your freezers, when your power.
Oh, yes, what I said about the loss of the
Mm.
bananas. I'm sorry, I
Mhm.
took it as I'm like, who did I say that died? Did I talk about my parents again?
Oh.
Did I?
Was that a cat
Totally.
sneeze or a cat fight? Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some
Thank
propane
you.
still, so
All the men stuck on that word. Gosh.
oh, I moved past
Of course.
that. We can go back there if you want to.
Oh dear. Okay, it's the yucca that are the white. Okay. Yeah, those are pretty. The yucca flowers are larger, or yucca. I never know how to say the one. They say yucca though, and that's the one that looks like the agave plant, right, Joe? It's not the cassava.
Yeah, yucca doesn't sound very,
Not cassava.
attractive.
Yeah. Did
I
you
know.
bring the
Yucca. It's yucca. But the yucca that is the starch, that's tasty. You can even make French fries out of it. But you
Really?
boil it. You have to boil it first because it's got not arsenic. It's the other one that plants can have that's poisonous to us.
Cyanide?
Something like that. I gotta look it up. I forget. But you have to boil it to get it out. Like you let it boil.
We're not professionals, folks, so do
Yeah,
your
we're
own.
not professionals. I'm only a YouTube gardener, and I just don't know things like
I'm just a human.
just
I'm
a
just
human
a human.
being. Yes, I'm just human.
I'm just here for the ride.
That's right. Just
Here
here
for
for
the
the light
ride.
ride.
before you-
Yeah. Oh, you guys say yucca? Okay.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Oh. I saw nothing. I was just minding my business, GT. It was nope. I'm not giving medical advice, canning advice, no advice whatsoever.
She has to look a little harder, GT. We'll tell you in a second.
I charge a fee for advice.
I always thought it was yucca. Both of them were called yucca, and that's what made it so confusing for people. It was because cassava is what is also yucca, but cassava is the root that we eat, and then you can take the stem. It's basically a stem. It's a tree that comes off the cassava that you just cut it, and you can cut it into pieces and shove it in the ground and start the process all over again.
Huh.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great survival food for like tropical climates and temperate climates. The other one is more of like an agave plant, and I don't know what you do with it. Oh, okay. Rob knows. You can actually eat the blooms. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Huh. Alrighty. And I'll
Yeah.
forget about this tomorrow, I'm sure.
I am so confused though. I think the cassava is a 1C Hold on. I'm confusing myself because, yeah, that's just me with words.
You
Me with
challenging
words.
yourself?
Yes, the 2 C's is that plant that I'm thinking of. That looks, yeah. It looks like a palm tree, but instead they replaced the top with it like agave, a really, really weird looking agave plant.
Yucca is used in hydroponics. It makes water more wet. TT. Yo,
Thanks.
TT. Come on.
It makes it more wet. It like emulsifies the water. So it like what? How does it make it more wet? I'm really confused. Does it make it more available to the plants? The water? Huh. I don't know. I have to that confuses too new folks with the plant. Here's the plant with the flowers. I'll bring it up so then we can all see
I
that
mean, you know,
this
if you
is not.
stand,
Go ahead.
like if you stand in the rain, you're not going to get more wet. You're already there.
Yeah, where you confused us on that one, GT. You might have to come up and share that thought
Okay.
process. Is it Mom?
Say goodnight, Mom.
Good night. Good night, Carol and Barry.
Good
Good night.
night. Love.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
Not being night owls.
Totally. It's the Night Owl Club.
That's right. All right. Talk to you later, Mom.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. God bless.
God bless.
Oh, so sweet.
And she said, "Oh, are you listening to Carol?" And I said, "No, I'm on the live." And then she said, "Okay, well, say goodnight to them." And I said, "Here, you say goodnight." So.
Oh, I love it.
That was
Thank
cool.
you. That was very cool and sweet.
Yeah. Oh, and Gary.
Everybody's saying it.
Say goodnight to
They're all-
Barbara.
That's right.
My mom calls me every night. We talk at 10 o'clock.
She's
There's
awesome.
hold on. Let me see if I can fix it.
Yeah, take the comment off.
There we go. Oh, well, that's the one. Those are the blooms of the yucca
Okay.
or yucca, as Rob calls them. That might be how they say it in Texas. I don't know.
So would you use the whole flower?
Yes, I've tried cassava. I have it growing in my yard, Joe. You would, yeah, that's what he's saying. You would saute the flowers. You would pull those flowers and saute them.
It looks so pretty.
Or even straight off the plant. That is very cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know any part of that plant was edible. So I'm glad to know that.
Oh my God. I just had like a flashback back when I was like 6 or 7 years old. Because they were like all over California. That's weird. That was creepy. It was like, bang, hey, remember these? I'm like, oh wow, I'm really old, aren't I?
I have tried cassava, and then I also just got some cuttings of a different type of cassava that Glenn from How to Garden said it's sweet cassava. So I bought some from him, and he sent me extra stuff. Like it just blew me away. It was really sweet. So now I actually do have elderberry. When you asked about elderberry, he sent me some cuttings with the cuttings that I bought from him, and he sent me, it was elderberry. I bought the cassava, elderberry, and there's another one he sent me with it. And my brain is, his mulberry, because we have different mulberries. And so he sent me some cuttings of his mulberry. And those are great too. Mulberries, all of them, it's pretty much, you can start the elderberry and the cassava in a little bit of water if you want. Otherwise, the cassava and the mulberry, you just stick them right in the soil, and they're really good about rooting.
Fred says where you find yuccas, you won't have to dig deep for water.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's very cool to note.
So you know that's where they're marking the water. Ah, that's kind of cool.
I have spiky plants like that in my yard. I have 2 of them, but I don't know if they're yuccas or if they're just, like, we just call them spiky plants. They don't ever flower because they're both in kind of shaded areas, so they don't really ever get to
Angela.
Hey, Angela.
Angela.
Angela, if you want to come up, you can too. It's up to you. Wow. I do not know that life. We are sitting on our water table. Wow. 200 foot deep.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
Rob's, for those of you who don't know, Rob's in Texas. And like
Ah.
more, I think the more the western side or central, Rob. I don't know how you want to describe it. Yeah, they do love water. That's why you find them down in like ditches where, the water is kind of pooling.
Hmm.
Carol, my dear sister,
Mm-hmm.
she can't come up without the link.
Oh, I didn't know she wanted to.
I don't know if she does or not, but I'm just
Okay, I'll
saying.
drop the link from our other girls. You bet. Northwest Texas. That's how. Yeah, I didn't realize the water table. That makes sense now. Why it looks like the desert in some certain areas. That the water
Hmm.
table is that low. I had no clue. Ours, we sit on top of our water table. That's why, like, when people find out, like, my husband works for a lawn company, they're like, oh, all the chemicals. I'm like, yeah, but here in Florida, they're strict about the chemicals because it goes right into our water, aka the real Texas. So wait, so Galveston and Dallas and all those are not the real Texas? Just saying, just asking for friends who probably will
Her
see
friend?
that.
Probably too commercialized
Angela.
after all those country songs were written about
Welcome.
Galveston.
Welcome.
Angela, hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
I be doing okay. No, I'm in a silly mood. I've been up for 26 hours.
Too long, yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm slap
my.
happy.
Is it?
Don't be slapping me. I'm right next to you.
Is there any like reason why? Are you sick or you okay?
No, I'm just awake. Just awake.
Yeah, I have that sometimes too. It just
My
hits
hours
me and
have
it's
been flip flopped every direction. So
okay. Yeah, that's
Mm.
hard. Like shift work, you mean, kind of situation? Or
no,
that's just you're just like us where you can get
that
insomnia.
my life.
Insomnia.
Yeah, that's
Me
what-
too. My insomnia is so weird though. Oh, there's GT. There we go.
Hey there, how y'all
GT.
doing?
Good. How you
She's
doing?
in the house.
Hey, GT.
Hey there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Joshua trees are a species of yucca. Or is that a question? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, they did have other yucca that they put up. Maybe there's crosses, Joe. I tend to gravitate towards crosses of plants. Oh my gosh. Oh, as you go towards there, it can be more communist territory. That's good to know.
Mm.
I didn't know
Mhm.
that. Even in Texas, that you guys you're dealing with that. Interesting. Angela,
Mhm.
you have the Android, right? With StreamYard?
I have Apple.
Oh, you do have Apple? Okay. I didn't know what that I can hear it's almost like a feedback every once in a while, but it's not a clear voice. It's just like am I right?
I'm
I
not
don't know what
hearing
that
it.
is. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
have.
what it is. It's okay. It's not too bothersome. It's just a all of a sudden. You're
So
fine, GT.
it's those 8-foot aliens y'all had down there.
Android for life.
Android for that. Oh,
Boo.
That's what I'm saying.
Boo.
that's all the techies are Android for life, unless they work for Apple or they,
Dude, I could
are.
write code for my own phone. I mean,
Yeah, I can't do that. I
No, I
liked it
can't
because
either.
it's so user friendly, but then I got the laptop and I'm totally lost because I've always used Windows laptops, and I'm like, what? This is different.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Missy. But the thing is, Missy, we sat there with all that echo for a while, and then I turned the echo cancellation off and back on. The echo disappeared. It was so creepy.
Oh, maybe, yeah, let me try that because
It
I
was
don't
like,
want you to have to mute yourself. I want you to participate, Angela. That was, I just didn't know what it was. You don't have to do that
I've
at
never had
all.
that problem before, have I, Barry?
no, but I know
Right.
other people who have.
Let me just click on buttons and see.
Amped Amy, the amputee, she had that every once in a while, and I mentioned something about it. And she said, "I don't want to sound like a chipmunk." She got off the panel. I said, "You didn't have to get off the panel."
Yeah. Wait, are you clicking on your buttons while I'm clicking on them?
No.
Okay, yeah. See, StreamYard's doing something so freaking weird. I'm clicking on her mic settings, and it's unclicking them.
Yeah, it did that to me the other day too.
Lovely. So what's up, GT? I don't think you can do much of anything about it. It's fine.
I had a quick question for Maureen. Maureen, do y'all have a tax on your services in Canada?
What?
Like if a plumber comes out, the plumber gives you a price, and then you have to pay a tax on that too?
Probably have to pay what's called GST, so a goods and service tax. So a $5 tax, like if I was to go buy a couch, I'd pay provincial sales tax and goods and service tax, which would be 12% for the two of them. Regular tax is 7%, GST is 5%, so you get 12. But with a plumber, if they do have a tax number, I would probably pay a GST tax to that service. Yes.
Okay, I was in the chat, and somebody was talking about it, and they were saying that I think they said 12 or 18%, and I was like, what? So I just didn't know things like that about Canada.
It depends on your province, right? So if like right next door to me is Alberta, they don't pay any GST. So when you go there, you go, I'm going to go buy booze because booze is cheaper and you don't have to pay the GST. But there are some provinces that will be up to 18%, depending on what their GST and their PST is. So there I am. I'm sounding like I'm gargling.
Yeah, no, it's when I go in to do it. Angela, can you do me a favor, and I'll put the link down again. Go out and come back in. It's something with StreamYard. It's not you. It's just something with StreamYard doing it to you.
I'll be right back.
All right, honey. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Because that was the weirdest thing. I've never had that happen when I'm editing mic settings.
Right, where it was just going, hey, no, we're gonna keep adjusting it. So GT, it's different in each province. For food, we don't pay any PST or GST on it. So if I go buy, a can of beans, it's the price of the can of beans. But if I'm buying hand towels or dish towels, well then yes, I am going to pay a provincial tax on it and GST. And then in our booze, there's usually an extra liquor tax too on top of it when you're going through. Well, I know there's a liquor tax in restaurants. Like if I order a bottle of wine, here's the price, but then there is a tax on just about everything in your meal, and then there's another extra liquor tax.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. Canadians, we just I don't even know why we even have any money. We should just go to work and then just hand your money to the government at the end of the day. There you go. Just keep it all. Why do I bother?
We have service. If it's purely service, like say we have somebody come and this is what happened, and they fix your fridge. If they do not add a part, if they just adjust your fridge and do not add a part to the service, you don't have to pay tax on it. The minute they pull out a part and have to replace a part, the whole thing becomes taxed, not just that part that they replaced.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And that's in Florida. Wow.
That's in Florida. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah. But it's to protect the business owner because they are taxed like that. Yeah. They have to tax the whole service to cover themselves because for whatever.
Yeah. And for here, like for myself as a musician, like once I'm making once I make $30,000, then I actually have to start charging GST. So if someone's hiring me for a gig, I would have to charge GST on my portion, and because I'm going to have to pay that to the government. And so I have very smart accountants that kept me below that 30,000 with my music business. And then the cool thing is that with my teaching business, there is no tax because it is a educational service. So I didn't pay any tax on my giving voice lessons. So it was like,
so then what could YouTube be considered teaching? Like educational?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If you are doing things that are,
and you
I don't know what it means. Like when you start bringing in money, what that is, but you probably have to prove it. But yeah, like teaching voice is a educational service. So I didn't pay any tax on it. So we would use between the two, plus, I pay musicians. So then that would help to bring my income down, where it's like, oh, you made $70,000. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I made 20. I made 20. That's all I made. I made $20,000. That's all. Don't tax me, please. Because once you hit that 30,000, you can't, like you might have just, you went, I made 31,050, and they go, bang, you're now going to be starting to have to charge GST and pay that GST to the government. And and you can't get out of it. Like you can go, then the next year, you only hit, like you capped at 24,000 or something. You still have to be charging GST. You still have to pay it. And it's like, I think it takes 3 or 4 years for you to actually get out of it, of not making over 30 grand. And so that was one that I just like, keep deek. No, I didn't. I never made that much money. No, I didn't. So,
oh my gosh. Yeah, we have certain brackets where they get you harder.
Yeah.
So I get that. But that's rough. That seems like so low for them to really swoop in and go, okay, now you got to pay that. Like that's rough. That's totally rough.
Yeah. But that's the joys of living up north. Well, not north.
What I can understand is I've got a friend who's disabled and she lives in Fort St. John, British Columbia. She can file some kind of tax form, whatever, and still get taxes as if she was working. But every year it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I can't remember how much the last one she had, but for an example, we'll just say like 1,500. It's probably way over the ballpark there, but
yeah.
So and then the next year it could be like $700, and it's like over here I had to explain to her. I said, when we work, let's say we work 30 years, that money goes towards Social Security. So when we retire, we have that Social Security to fall back on.
Yeah.
Granted, it's barely enough, but because she's disabled, it's different there, which it's different here in America when you're disabled too.
Yeah. Does she work, or is she on a disability pension?
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. So they do still, I think they still will tax some disability pensions, which again doesn't make sense because we call it EI or UI, unemployment insurance. And so you pay that while you're working. And then if you did need to go on, you could collect EI if you lost your job or whatever. And then you can go on a disability or like a stress leave for a few months with your job or whatever. I don't know if my son-in-law, if he does have to pay tax on his disability check. I'm not quite sure if they do, but it's all a bunch of just, hey, we're doing this, don't look over here, we're doing this, don't look over there, but just give us all your money. It's just dumb.
Yeah. Missy, I used to go ahead, GT.
Sorry. Maureen, do y'all have like a minimum wage?
Yes, but I don't know what it is. I think it could be like 16 Could be $16 or $18 here right now. You know, something like that. Let me just see.
I think our Home Depot was like 14 here because the CNA was saying her daughter walked into Home Depot without any kind of training, like she had to have to be a CNA, and was making more than her to start with, like the benefits and add-ins that she got. Yeah, getting on at Home Depot.
So our minimum wage here in BC is $16.75 as
wow.
of last June. That's your minimum wage.
Yeah, it has to be something like that because the way they tax y'all, how you gonna live?
Yeah, and most rents here in BC, if you're renting and you're like, you know, renting a room, it's renting a room in an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment would be $2,000. You know,
Yeah.
I pay
What?
$2,000 for $2,000. Both my sons are paying $2,000 for their spaces that they're in. I paid $2,000 for my mortgage.
Wait, the $2,000 is for what? A 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom? I missed that part.
2-bedroom.
Okay.
2-bedroom.
I think that's
Well, actually, my one son he's in it's a loft kind of open concept, and then it has a bedroom. You can sleep 2 people in it, and it's $2,000 a month.
Oh wow.
And that one includes everything. My other son, he's in the top floor of a fourplex, 2-bedroom fourplex, and they pay their electricity and they pay their garbage. I do believe. I don't think they have to pay for their water fees. So, yeah.
I'm trying to look that up because our rent is high down here right now too. Even
And so there's someone making $16.75 an hour, and to try to find a place less than $1,000, you cannot find anything here on the island. For like up higher north, it'll be a little bit cheaper, but down here in the main part, in the southern part of this island, and we're talking, these aren't classy, nice looking places. Like they're just average. A friend of mine, she was here, she said a bachelor suite, and she lives in an area that's you know, it's a little on the rougher side, has been established a lot longer than the rest of the city, and a bachelor suite was $1,700 in an apartment. $1,700 for a bachelor.
Wow.
And it's just like,
that's crazy.
It's not much different in BC either.
no,
Yeah.
no. In the rest of it, it's you know, it's up there.
Yeah,
You know,
our 2 bedrooms are around that, but I have to see where this place is. It's about 2,000. And of course it's saying like it looks newer, so it's not a bad looking place, but they always make the one that they're showing you like beautiful, and then you go in and you find your rental and it's like, wait a minute, where's the granite? Where's the beautiful cabinets?
yeah, that's so great, Marshmallow Man, that you're
The marble floors.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You know, I've been in my house for 12 years, something like that. But you know, the price that I paid for the house, like it's doubled. So like my house, well, it's more than doubled. My house, I could probably list it for 1.6 million. It's not worth it, but that's what I could sell my house for.
Oh, I wish you had dual, you know. I wish you could
do.
You guys could come here. Oh, you do, but not the kids. Yes.
Not my kids. I don't have dual. I know, it's like I could sell this house and go and buy something pretty spectacular with a bunch of property, you know, in the States, except for you guys have those weird things like those weird stink bugs and snakes and what's that other little thing that's got really, really awful looking with big teeth and looks like
our gators? Oh, it looks like a big rat. Oh, that's
possums.
Yeah.
Possums.
They're actually, from what I hear, pretty gentle. Like
they won't
pretty, but I mean, to us, of course, like because they'll still go after your chickens and stuff.
I mean, I've almost pet the ones that are out here. You know, almost.
Yeah.
They usually will pass out on you. They're the ones that are afraid, or they'll scream. They scream too.
I just watched a guy the possum had passed out on him, and he's picking it up and he's just holding it. He's like, and it's just sitting there like just frozen, you know, just stiff, and it's you know, it's like, and they're super fine, and they're just la 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 la, and it was like, No, they showed me bad pictures on my group. They were wanting to send me those possums. I don't want them. They look scary.
Yeah, they do look scary, but they're usually, they're not. They're more scared of us. But their teeth are nasty, and they do look like a big rat.
Mhm.
I agree. I actually saw the biggest one in my life when I took my dad's moped out. Kind of snuck it out when I was younger. And that's what I get. Jesus was trying to tell me something like stay your butt at home and stay in the house and
That's
don't do
a
these
rebel.
Here's a
naughty
possum.
things. That's right. That possum was as big as a dog that came up beside me. And, I'm just had learned how to use this moped. It was probably up to my shin. And it was just kind of like walking along, how they kind of do that really weird
Mhm.
little wiggle. And it had the mouth open. I
That's a
swear.
waddle.
Yeah, it's like a little possum waddle.
Yeah.
Yep, they do a possum waddle.
GT, how are your sweet potato starts looking? Because I watched you where you were showing your mom how to take the slip off and you put it in water. Are they starting to root yet? Or are they just
They had roots before I put them in the water.
It's awesome.
I love how you
That's
say
awesome.
water. Water. I can't even do it right.
Water.
Water.
Say water again, GT, for us. I want to see if I didn't hear it.
I don't even know what y'all talking about
It-
now.
It's the Georgia accent.
It's
You
how you
still
say
have
water.
it.
See, I say water. Could you bring me a glass of water?
Water.
Oh,
That is
Water.
funny. Water.
Yeah,
Look at
I
my
know.
mouth. Water.
Yes. Water.
that's not how you say water.
Water.
Can I
kinda
have some
like-
water?
No, because when you ain't thinking about it, it's different, Gigi. That's all.
That's right. Because you say water.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
a water.
That's how I
When
can
I
always
get-
tell. Go ahead.
When I
Yeah.
when I get a little too comfortable, it comes out. I've been practicing for years to talk
Yeah, but
differently.
No.
occasionally,
It's
occasionally,
endearing. Yeah, I like it. I like
like
it.
the Cleveland boy comes out of me, and
Mhm.
I can't help it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Marshmallow Man, that's really great.
Is it?
That you don't have to have that. I
Yeah.
would love to get to that place. We're
Yeah.
almost we're not bad. Like that's how I saw this one girl made a whole business out of making cute envelope like how do you say it? Like little portfolios for doing your budget. And she's got
Oh.
like a major business now, just making them look cute and giving people like financial challenges because she did it herself. She walked through the program, basically renamed it, but a long time ago, Larry Burkett started it. I don't know if any of you have been around the church. He started that kind of way of doing the budget. And the one who's on YouTube now kind of took over Larry Burkett's whole thing and made it huge, like business, financial planning. But yeah, I was going to say something. And of course, we were talking about possums. And now Aid is wanting to know how delicious they are. I just saw that. And I was like,
We're talking about possums, then we're talking about budgets and taxes and how DT says water.
And water. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. When I hear people from Pennsylvania, it's always that sound from the word water that you can just immediately. I'm like, you're from around Philadelphia, aren't you?
Oh,
it's so, but it's endearing though. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, there's the sound of like my aunts and uncles and my cousins. So like some people, GT, are listening to your voice and it's reminding them of really good things. Like it's like, oh, that's the voice of home.
I just think it sounds weird, but I like it.
I love me, so it's all good. However they feel.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. I love me. I promise you I do.
Oh, there you go. Sweet Thumb said he's from deep south, so the tea and water is optional. Water.
That's right.
Water.
What would you Sweet Thumb? Now, Maureen, I did the sweet potatoes. I pulled them off. I did the video.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to put them in the soil indoors. But I work 7 days. I start my 7 days a week this week.
Again,
so it's
the cycle.
I got about 3 months, and I should be able to turn a new leaf. My life should be changing for the better. So
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hope
just
so.
3 months.
Yeah. How many slips did you get?
I got about 20
That's awesome.
easily 20, and then I have
Yeah.
they got purple. They have purple at one of the grocery
Oh,
store. We
yeah.
have like a ethnic
Mm-hmm.
grocery store. It has all kinds of stuff there, and I seen the
Mm-hmm.
purple one, so I'm waiting for that to get a couple of things
Oh,
on the eyes or whatever. Yeah.
the Okinawa purple. I think I have it. That's the one I made a purple sweet potato pie out of, and my husband couldn't wrap his mind around it. It was purple, and he didn't eat any of it. I had a whole sweet potato pie to myself. I was like, all right, but
Can't
hope
eat
you
the
don't.
purple. I cannot eat that purple.
It's like it just nope. My brain won't do it. No, it does not look right. Too much. But
What
yeah,
are
I
you
love
doing?
what
What are you doing, Angela?
so quiet.
Checking on
Yeah.
you.
Angela,
Did you fall asleep?
She might have
Darling?
fallen asleep.
darling.
Oh my God.
Might have worked. We might have talked her to sleep.
Paging the crafty halo.
She might be talking to somebody.
Yeah, she might be.
Or talking to her pillow because she said she'd been up for 26 hours. That's a long
Hey,
time to be up.
we're doing her a service if we put her to sleep.
True.
Mhm.
Yes, that's true. We're
Don't
not
worry about her. She don't get enough sleep, I don't think.
no, not 26 missing 26 hours. Like, with us Cougars, Codgers, and gold diggers, I'm surprised she felt
What is
so.
Codgers?
Like,
Codgers is an old man. Like he's an old man and he just likes to reminisce and get off my lawn. That's a codger.
mhm. Yeah, like a grumpy
Oh,
old man.
okay.
I was calling Robert and John from Will It Grow Codgers on the
Oh.
other live.
Angela's now talking and we can't hear her. What the heck is with your rectangle tonight? What the heck? Hold up. Let me see. Let me
She's
mute.
not
I'm going to
muted.
mute you and unmute you and see if it works. She's in the privates. You want to try and say something again? I'll mess with the mic settings. That's so weird.
Yeah. Or even her little, like, when they talk, their little circle goes walk, 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 walk.
Yeah,
And
it's not moving.
at all. Oh, you muted. Unmuted.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Angela. I don't know what the heck is going on with the settings tonight. Yeah, it's still doing that when I go in to try and even mess with your settings. It's unchecking things. Makes me wonder if somebody's hacking and doing something in
Yeah, I'm
YouTube
starting
land.
to get text messages on my phone that are like, here's your an email transfer, and it's like, oh my gosh, somehow they've gotten to my phone. Dag nabbit. So
Yeah,
then
I
you gotta
got your
go.
number. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So someone's got my number and it keeps sending. Here's, please click the link to receive your payment. It's like, nobody's sending me money via that.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, Angela. You're still welcome to try it again if you want to. Okay, she said she'll be back. That's good.
Oh, you old codger.
Oh, Codger.
Is this loud enough for you?
That one night when I came in so hot. Nobody
Oh,
told me.
yeah.
I didn't know.
Mhm.
I couldn't hear. Like, it doesn't. I hear you guys and I can't hear me in my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not good that
Oh.
way.
Yeah, no, I when I was using all my other apparatus,
Mhm.
Are you there, Angela?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yay. We'll
I've been
take
talking
the
to
little.
everything and nobody was answering, so I was like, okay, I'll just say her.
That's so weird. I don't know
There's
what
a
it
cute little
is.
side chat going on there. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You weren't supposed to notice that.
Well, it's kind of right there in front of my face.
Yeah, I can see it.
But I'm trying to be good here. Huh?
You're
Too
always
cute.
good, Barry.
Yeah, you are. You
I don't know about that. Keep a lot of stuff into myself, so it is YouTube. You got to be careful.
True.
That's true.
That's true. YouTube.
What
is-
happens on YouTube stays on YouTube. Well, no, it stays
No,
on YouTube.
it doesn't.
The whole world
Goes-
will see.
No.
What happens on the internet is there forever and goes everywhere on the
Immortalized
internet.
for life.
Pretty much.
Pretty
And
much.
that's when I'm so glad it wasn't here when I was 20.
Right.
Right?
Well, I can just say
Thank
I was,
you.
Polaroid.
I was I don't know about the rest of you, but I was just having children, when I was 20.
You were busy having children.
I was having children up until I was 28. I was just, there's another baby. Oh, there's another baby. Where'd that baby come from? Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant again. There's another baby. So it wasn't exciting. I mostly looked haggard, and when I had the fifth one, I was bathing him, and it was like there's a picture, and I got all these little scraggly kids all in the picture, and me, looking like death warmed over. Hi, I'm a mom of 5.
Somebody get me an IV full of vitamins, please.
Yeah.
And
By the time
caffeine.
when I turned 35, that's when I started to look younger again. It was just like I had the
Yeah.
Benjamin Button thing, and it's like it got 35 and it went, no, I'm done. I shouldn't have become a mom. That was a mistake.
Sure,
You people
kids
can
love
just hang
doing
out here. Actually, it was very funny. There was one day their dad said, I don't know if you all know this, but your mom's a paid actress, and to be your mom. And they all stopped. Like, a couple of them actually stopped and went, what? Mom's an actress? Well, you do know she's a different color than the rest of us. Like, we're all white over here, and your mom. And they stopped. They went, really? And I
They
just
had
looked at
to
them,
think
yeah,
about it.
I'm a paid actress, and I'm now going to just say goodbye to you all. Adios, children. Good luck, finding your real true mom.
Yeah, you could have gotten some really good naps out of that one. Oh, well, you said I was the paid actress. I'm clocking out and going in the bedroom, and you get all the kids while I take a nap.
Homestead Aquarius, kids wrecked your body? What are you talking about?
How does that work?
I carried 5, and the first one was 10.5 pounds. They kept thinking it was twins, but yeah.
Barry. For the giant baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Uh,
I was reading that. Swatted you with a baby doll in your butt. My dad freaked me out when he had ALZ, and we went to go see my mom who had a stroke. I'm walking around her hospital bed, and that's what he did to me. Swatted me on the butt. And I was like, okay, that's why God has not brought you to Florida, because that's so awkward and freaky. No, Dad, no. And I didn't do it. I didn't make a big deal of it because they were like, that can ingrain it and they might do it again. So, but it was like, oh no, hell no. That's just no, can't. I'm not mom.
I agree, Missy. Yeah, it's like, yeah, cheesecake. That also wrecked my body.
Oh, cheesecake works my body, yes.
But I love it.
Cheesecake is why I don't have a gallbladder anymore. That was what I decided to eat instead of dinners or lunches. It was cheesecake and cannolis.
Oh my.
Welcome back, you.
Did you pass out at your laptop again, Q? Or on your phone? Poor thing did that today.
No, I think she was doing something else.
Oh, okay. I missed
I'm
it.
going to sign off and just be in the regular chat because I'm gonna head to my bedroom.
Ooh, sounds nice. Cozy.
All right. So good night, all.
Thank you,
All right, Maureen.
Coming up.
Take care. I'm doing my live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will see most of you then.
Yep, you
Take
will.
care.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Maureen.
That is, I believe, 10 our time, Eastern, for those on the Eastern. She's like, way over there. Yeah, I know, right? You've dealt with it with the folks at the nursing home. So, yeah, that freaked me out. I had heard the stories, but I'm like, no. Ooh. Yeah. He didn't do any of that ever again after that one time, but I was like, that might be why God didn't bring him here and just brought mom, because that would have been horrible. You hate it when you can't hear yourself in your head? Yeah. Okay.
I hate it when I can't get myself to shut up in my head.
Yeah, that's what I hate too.
It's like bouncing around in there. It's like, shut up. No,
Yeah.
make me. Shut
All
up.
those
No, make me.
GT, what is that challenge that you have? I've seen the initials for it, and I know we kind of talked about it a little bit, but what's that challenge that you have going about? Will you
It's
tell?
winter indoor gardening. Hashtag WIG 2023. It's the second year we're just growing plants over the winter indoors from seed. So
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's about 25
that's awesome.
channels that entered, and some
Cool.
people that are content creators that aren't content creators, they have sent me pictures. So
Oh, very cool.
yeah, I
So then,
really enjoy
is
it.
there's a cutoff, like a start and a cutoff, or
The start was December the 1st. The cutoff is April the 5th.
okay?
And the community is going to actually do the voting. I mean, they're going to pick the winner.
Oh, okay.
There'll be prizes, but
Right.
yeah, we just want to promote people to grow during the
Mhm.
winter. I
Yeah.
keep forgetting the T's on the winter.
It's okay.
Um,
I'm not
didn't notice
judging. I'm not judging you like my friend Marine. If you're in the
I
side chat,
I
Marine.
didn't realize it until Sweet Thumb said something about a T. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
I
but
was
look,
saying a T.
I'm from Cleveland. I didn't even catch it until you brought it up. I'm like,
Yeah, I didn't notice
point it
that
out,
either
man.
about
I don't.
I didn't notice that about the Deep South, like either. Like that they just
I,
dropped the T until he said it too. Strange.
yeah, I really didn't know. Yeah, but it's a fun thing. I enjoy it. I have to go and watch more videos. I have a playlist on there because we did it last year, and I put the playlist for WIG 2022. Now I got to put some for hashtag WIG 2023. So yeah,
Yeah.
but people are able to join this week and still
Oh,
come out,
okay.
and you can grow anything you want to, as long
Yeah.
as it's from seed. As long
As
as it's
long as
from
it's from
seed.
seed and indoors. The main thing
Yep.
is learning how to grow from indoors too. Was on my heart about that was not just winter, but like what they did to us during the COVID, and how we were locked down. Now, what if there's some kind of agent in the air and we can't go out and be with our garden because there's something within the air that could, that's aerosolized? We'll need to know how to grow inside too, even in the temperate climates. Like, I don't need to grow. This is actually my growing season. I'm supposed to be outdoors. I just haven't been able to get out there. But I want to. However, I definitely saw the need when they did that. Like, I need to know. That's when I looked at not hydroponics with the aerators, but the one that we talked about before, cracky method, where you're just doing the cracky method and it's straight into your nutrient water. And problem is I don't know if I should start it in soil, because I tried that wool. I have it back here. Like, I have all the stuff. I have my to make it. Like, I have my baskets.
Net cup. Yep.
Yep, I have the net cups. I have the clay balls. I went and got
Yep.
because I was having trouble with that wool. That's what I'm talking about. It feels nasty. It feels like insulation. I was having
Oh, I don't use that. I know what you're
okay.
talking about.
I can't think of it's
Oh,
something wool, isn't it? Is it something wool?
Yeah, she's saying rock wool.
Rock wool. That is it. Okay. Yep. That's it. Got it. Yeah. I couldn't.
I don't like it because they have those little bitty fine little strands or whatever. And I had them some pajamas, and I was in the garage, and I got it on my pants. And every time I would move my hand, I would get it on me, and then
It's like
I kept rubbing.
fiberglass. Yeah, it's
Yes,
awful.
I don't
It's
deal with
terrible
it.
stuff. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Hot Miss Missy, I understand, hon. I know you've been dealing with being sick and stuff. I hope you get your rest. Good night, honey. Thank you for
Good night.
coming in. And night to my Marine if she's getting settled into bed too. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I was gonna set it up in here. I've got my lights. This room is a disaster, and I don't know if my son will come in and knock it over because I was gonna do in jars. But I'm thinking what I'll do is get the plastic box, like a 5-gallon. So then I
The
know how
totes.
much, yeah, the totes, thank you. So then I know how much nutrient to put in it. But the problem is starting the seed. That's what I don't get. Do you start it in soil? Like, how are you starting your seeds and then transferring them? That's where I get kind of caught up, like how to start it, the seed itself.
Um, it matters how you want to start it. You can start it in soil if that makes more sense to you. It makes more sense to me. I start mines in soil. I use coco core.
Okay.
I live by coco
Yeah.
core and perlite. That's what I use.
Okay. I've
But this
seen
time,
hydroponics do that and even just leave it that way. And they do that too with I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but they do it with the drainage. Have you seen them do that type of hydroponics where it's in that downspouts? They use the downspouts to do it and do the flow that way. But go ahead, you say you really like the perlite and the coco core. And I interrupt.
and the downspout, that's a guy. His name is Mike something. He's very innovative.
Oh yeah.
He used pool noodle too.
Yeah,
That's what I was like, what?
Homestead
So
just said it.
that's a game changer. I just bought a hydroponic unit that it's a NTF. It just constantly has the water just going. It doesn't
Okay.
stop.
Okay.
So I bought that for $55. I set it up on a live on my channel, and it's working good. It's working good. Like, I really enjoy it. I have not released the videos, but I bought some like arrow gardens or whatever, and this was probably the first time I've done
There
it
we
in years where I started it from. I'm sorry, I'm at work, so they have a TV on,
Oh, okay.
and I started it from inside the little sponges and stuff, and it's working out pretty well.
Okay. The sponges. Yeah, I just got confused as far as how to after that whole Rockville situation. I was like, well, then how do I start these seeds to put it in there? And I did watch some videos where they do start it in soil and then they rinse their roots off real good and they put it in the hydroponics to get it going and turn it into a hydroponic system. Oh, okay, that's what those are called? Hydroton, the clay pebbles. Okay. How does it not fall through though, Homestead? That's what I don't understand with the pebbles. Like, I don't get how you do that and it doesn't go bloop. There goes the seed into my water. And you end up with it underneath.
Have you ever watched the YouTube channel Our Little Homestead?
I haven't watched them. No.
They have the system of growing their own food. They're in Arizona, and do their houses with kind of like sandbags, and they build their own little village. It was pretty.
I might have watched them early on. Did they build each of their kids a home with those sandbags? I have watched them, but I lost them on YouTube. I forgot what their names were. It's called Our Little Homestead. Okay.
Yeah. They just lost their father.
Oh no, the dad of the whole family?
Yeah. And he's the one that started it all, teaching the kids all the things, and he was.
And how they built GT. I don't know if you remember them. They've been around for a while. They built each kid a sandbag home instead of a room. Each kid got a sandbag home, and the father was teaching them how to do it and teaching them the construction of it. Oh, that's so sad. I didn't know that. But they do a hydroponic system too? Or
they did one and showed how to do that. Well, the children are all grown now, so it's a good little show if you're wanting to learn something or teach your kids. It's family friendly all the way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out and then.
What's
Oh,
the name of it again? Sorry.
Our Little Homestead is what she said. Our Little Homestead. I'll put it in the private chat. Let me see if I can get them. Let me just put their name down first.
They have it. They have a 24-hour channel going now. Stream.
Oh,
Ah,
how did they do that? Like with the trolls and stuff. I guess do they take turns to monitor it?
I guess.
Or is it, I know Barry did that. He got good hours doing a 24-hour stream. I wouldn't mind trying that, but I have no idea how it would work at all.
Yeah, I know it's not going to seem like much, but we're like almost in a drought here and we were getting rain.
Yeah.
I know we're only saying we're going to get like an inch or less, but I mean,
That's great, Barry.
Yeah, I went to use the restroom and I opened the back door because I thought I heard something that didn't sound quite right. It's just I haven't heard rain in so long. It's like, what is that sound? So, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it My Little Homestead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
My Little. No, it's my. I found them. Hold on. Wow. 827 videos. They've done 376,000 subscribers. That's why it unsubscribed me. That's so sad that they lost their dad. And it looks like they had more projects still going. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, definitely gonna check them out. Let me get their link and I'll put it in the side chat too for those of you who don't know them.
Yeah, I'd check them out.
Yeah, I'm going to too. Thanks, Angela. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem.
I'm gonna put them in. Hold on.
Yeah, he's talking about the $55 thing I bought, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was complimenting you on it after you mentioned it. Hey, Andrew's Northwest Coins. He was saying somebody in Alaska. And he's excited. Andrew, maybe you could do that. Join it.
What?
The challenge that GT's doing.
What's up with you, Andrew?
I do not have a green thumb, but my sister could.
There you go.
She's been really interested in planning.
The more the better, really, to learn this technique. Because just like I said, even in temperate climates, we never know when we're going to have to maybe stay inside with things that are going on in the world.
Angela's a great crafter, though.
Yeah. Tell us about your channel a little bit, Angela. Why have you guys up? What do you like to do on your channel?
Well, I haven't really got my niche per se because none of my devices work very well, as you can tell.
That's hard.
I like crafting.
Like what type of crafting are you into?
Everything. I have I do craft challenges, and the last one I did, I caught the gingerbread man and put him in a bottle.
Oh, that's cute.
Seen the short, and the avatar that you see, my bull.
Yeah, I like that.
And did that for my sister.
That's really pretty. Really pretty.
Staining. Just imagination. I'm gonna work on a fairy. What do you call it? Village like with creamer cans and coffee cans. I'm gonna create some of those.
Cool. I can't wait to see that. That sounds really interesting. I love little villages and stuff like that. Hold on. Let me get GT. Any of my mods want to drop the panels links? I think some of us follow each other and other ones don't. Thank you. Yeah, I used to actually teach art for years. I only taught actually for about 9 years. I was a certified Florida teacher for 20. I kept my certificate for 20 years. But I came home to homeschool my daughter when she wasn't talking, and then she could read suddenly at 3. She couldn't converse with us, and then she was having trouble writing, and they told us it was high functioning autism. It was my principal basically called me back to school. She was like, "We know you took a year off," and I was like, "Yeah, but my daughter has this, and I don't know what to do, and she's 3." And she's like, "We'll open up a 3-year-old room for her. And of course, other students, if you'll come back and be the art teacher again." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like,
Wow.
"No." Yeah. So I went back there part-time for 2 years because she did 3s and 4s. But during the 4s, the reason I came home was she was getting homework in preschool. Like she couldn't complete what they had for her. And it's just basically, you're learning how to write, you're doing arts and crafts. And she was like struggling with that part. And her speech was improving by then because they had a speech therapist already at the school coming in. And this was like a small private Christian school. So we came home, and that's when I did maybe a little bit of teaching at my house, but I'm so out of practice. Like I just started doing a little bit of painting on a live one day during Christmas. It's been so long. But I love, painting, and I used to do ceramics, and yeah, I would love to get back into that. So yeah, I'll definitely check out your channel.
I
And
don't
look.
have that many things up right now. I'm just starting.
Oh, it's okay.
But
We're trying to poke and prod you in that direction. Try to encourage you.
Yeah. Just film. Just get it going.
you sound like with my daughter, she had cystic fibrosis. And she couldn't go into the public school because too many people. And so we put her into a Christian private school. And she was reading and writing, and by the time she was in kindergarten, she was writing in cursive, and they told her she couldn't do that. She says, "Why?"
Yeah, it's easier for the children
Yeah.
to write in cursive if they know how to do it. It's much
She
easier.
could read it, she could write it, and by
That's
the time
great.
8th grade, she was already in
Thank you,
college.
Storms.
Welcome.
Wow, that's fantastic. Hannah still had struggled with writing, and back then I didn't know about occupational therapy, but she was supposed to get it. Like back then, they allowed you, if you homeschooled, your school that your child would have gone to in the public schools, they could go and get like services from there. And we went and we did a little bit more speech therapy, but it was so awkward. Like she didn't go to school there, so it was just so awkward. And the lady was just different too. Like she might have been on the spectrum herself, but I was grateful still to have a little bit of the services. But what really made a difference with my daughter was horseback riding therapy. That was amazing. She really blossomed under horseback riding therapy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And now she's like got her esthetician's licensing and makeup artistry, but she wants to do medical aesthetics. So we're looking into a school that teaches like the laser and all that stuff for getting her into maybe a dermatologist's office.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, she needs it though. The competition's stiff down here because it's the industry with traveling, with the tourist industry down here. So she thought, and so did I. Oh, there'll be openings. They're probably always hiring. Oh, it's ridiculous what they're looking for. Like now they have those IV places where you can go and get service like a facial, and you can get a vitamin IV. So now they're asking the estheticians to be phlebotomists too. And I'm like, what the hell? Like this poor girl, like it's so random. And they'll ask them for doing permanent makeup, an esthetician. Permanent makeup is tattooing.
Right.
and it's a totally different thing. So, and what's scary is,
Say what?
yeah,
Yeah.
permanent makeup is considered tattoo.
In 98, they started the tattooing of eyeliners and the eyebrows.
Yeah.
In the words of Angela Krause, hell to the no.
Yeah. I found out too, if you have tattoos, like you have to watch out for MRIs. I never knew that, especially on your face if you have permanent makeup. It can affect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she went to school for aesthetics, that was when we found out how messed up the tattoo industry is. You don't really need much. You need like the HIV and AIDS course, and that's pretty much it, and a place to do your tattoos in. Ta-da! You're a tattoo artist. Eh. It's not much training at all. It's really scary. So, yeah, she didn't know where to go to get that training because you have to do it in a tattoo parlor because it is considered tattooing. So, yeah, she's just having a really hard time because the stuff that they're mixing up in their job requirements before you apply are like so hodgepodge. It's just so hard. So hard.
Well, now you have to have a cosmetologist license to braid somebody's hair.
What? Just to
Yeah.
braid it? That's
It's to
crazy.
braid, not doing anything else, braiding people's hair.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always wanted, after I had my son, I thought maybe I would go and learn how to braid, but not like braid ethnic hair because
Mhm.
it's so sculptural. Yeah, I haven't had the time. He's just kept me so busy. But it was one of the things I wanted to look into if I was going to go back to work rather than teaching art again. But yeah, I don't know. I need a side business where I can be at home because now I'm homeschooling him, and there's really not too much homeschooling I can do with him. I try, but like I have to write at the top like a note when we're doing work, like this was hand over hand. You know, he's still not doing this on his own. In case they ever pull my records as a homeschooler, like, why isn't there more? Well, here's what we have, and this is why. Read the notes, read the notations. But it seems like everybody's tired tonight. It seems like a very low key night. I appreciate you, Maureen. I hope you have sweet dreams. I'm gonna probably shut it down too. It's just like so low key, and I'm getting tired too. Like the energy dropped as soon as Maureen's like, I think I'm gonna go lay in my bed. It was like, that sounds nice. Yes. Why don't we all go and lay in our beds, except for poor GT's over there washing dishes.
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody
Yeah,
got
work. Yeah, I got to
do
get
work.
this work in.
Yeah, totally understand. I have plenty to do tomorrow. But thank you so much, panel, and everybody in the side chat for coming in. Really appreciate you and appreciate, just learning from you and us helping each other and helping the community. Even goofing off, it's great. I think we all need that.
Heck yeah.
We all need that.
Appreciate you letting me up.
Uh-oh, what's this?
What?
Whoa. Did the polar bear attack another person? I don't know what a snow ghost is. Is that like a snow machine? Is that like a short term, like how you say that, like slang for the snow? Wow.
Don't quote me on it, but I think, isn't that the half track with the skis on the front?
Oh, maybe. Maybe. Oh, wow, Andrew, stay safe. You and your family praying. That's yeek.
You don't answer the door without something in your hand.
Yeah.
Andrew, you seen a polar bear before, man?
That's not. He said a mom and a baby got attacked and killed up near him.
Oh.
Okay, it's a snow. Okay. Wow, Andrew. That's so crazy. Like, we're sitting here in our places and we've got people up, in other places worrying about a polar bear might be like at their door tonight. Is beyond me.
Yeah, they're
Oh, he's hunted them. What takes one down, Andrew? What do you have to carry?
Are you serious?
A big, big gun.
Yeah, 'cause he's native. They're allowed to. I bet.
I got some stuff too.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is it's Alaska's real. Yeah.
Well, that's what I
I
was
want to
saying.
know more.
That's what I was saying. You guys are set up. Like you're already a lot of the people, that's the lifestyle there where they're learning to be more self-sufficient, and hunting is a big thing up there. And harvesting your own meat. I wish I knew more about hunting. My dad just was not a hunter. He was not a person with he didn't like pew pews after he came home from World War II. And my mom didn't like them either.
I don't like pew pews either, but I have them. It's necessary.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
I'm from the school where you use these right here, and you get to fight. You get to fight again tomorrow.
Okay, you try that with a polar bear and come back and let me know how it went.
No, there's.
I'd rather you come back in one piece. You know, kind of like having.
I'm talking about with people. No,
with
polar
people,
bears.
not polar bears. Yeah.
No, polar bears. You got to go for what you know. Because ain't no hiding, ain't none of that stuff. You got to go for what you know. Ain't no playing dead.
No.
They're too smart for that.
Yeah, they are. The way they hunt seals and stuff, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I know. That's so scary, Homestead Aquarius.
They're scary as hell, but they're beautiful creatures.
Yeah, they're beautiful, but I wouldn't want to see their beautiful creature self at my front door. Nope. Or roaming around my house.
No, not no.
Wow. 10 foot 5 inches?
Yeah.
Wow. It's my uncle and my cousin and myself. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah,
I can't.
wants them to be looking cuddly and all that. You do not want to mess with a polar bear.
Big pile of furry death.
Did he just say 10 foot?
Yes, he did. That's what I said.
As big as a basketball rim? Oh. Now we got the bear. We got the bear freedom seeds. They're really big. We have those.
So like I don't know, is it 310? What are those big ones? I don't know what the number is on most of them.
Yeah, well, mine is in a 12, and they are. You just got a bear on it. That's what I know.
Okay.
You just got a bear on there.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's like, I have the shotgun, and there's bird shot, and then there's buckshot, and that's kind of how they grade it too. I don't know.
Guns for elephants. What are those?
Huge.
Good answer.
I don't know. I'm not a huge game hunter. Andrew, what is it that you guys use to take down something like that? A polar bear that's 10 foot tall, 5 inches deep. That's just as tall as my ceilings right now. I cannot imagine a big beast just rearing up and its head touches the ceiling.
They find a man that's 12 foot tall.
Yeah.
That's not.
I mean, what do you aim first? Because their heads are pretty like that.
Yeah, I would think the bones would be pretty hard. Heart shot, maybe. Eye shot. You got to be a good shot to take down a polar bear, I imagine.
Oh yeah, their skin is so thick.
Yeah, well, that's like gators. They have only certain sweet spots. I think it's either through the mouth or it's in the back of the head. There's a small spot.
My guess would be right to the soft spot between their throat and their front legs. So what would that be called? The breastplate? Would have to be the softest spot. I'm guessing because I've only hunted stuff around here, no bear.
Yeah, right. But you guys have bears there. You have but you have just the black bears, right?
Yeah,
black
and brown. We were black and brown, yeah. But
wow.
Yeah,
they're like teddy bears compared to a polar bear, right?
Oh heck yeah. Oh heck yeah. And what's the other one that's like a killer up there? I can't think of the name of the bear. It's big too. It's just a little downgrade from polar.
It's a grizzly bear.
That's a grizzly. Yep. Thank you. The word wouldn't come to my brain.
Now, I'm scared of them alligators and stuff y'all got down there.
Yeah.
They
I'm
take you up
scared.
under the water.
Yep. They like to dance with you until you drown. It's called the barrel roll. They like to just whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah.
And
No,
then I seen a video where they took off one of their friends' arm or whatever this is.
Oh yeah.
They reached up and grabbed it off. I was like, what? Yeah, I seen the video.
I didn't see that video.
That's weird.
I don't go near, like, I've taken Malachi to this one tree for a very long time, but it's near a lake. And he did one day, he decided coming down off the tree and trying a little somersault would be cute. And I'm like, okay, we are done. You are not coming back to this tree at all. Because he did it towards the lake. And the lake has got, like, the embankment is slanted.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have just alligators down here. We have saltwater crocodiles too. So yeah, I don't mess around near bodies of water here. I don't even swim in the ocean anymore because the sharks. Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Sharks
The older I got, the more aware I got of things around me, the less I wanted to go in the water in Florida. And you don't go in the fresh water here; you die. That's where the gators are, the fresh water. But what's so funny is people do. They go, and I did it when I was young too, not thinking, like, go water skiing on the lake. We went to a place called Lake Ida. It was in Delray. Everybody went there and went skiing. There could have been gators just underneath us. No, just didn't even think
just
about it.
imagine we could have called you one-legged Carol, you know.
It could have been. I could have been one-legged Carol. That's right. There's Gimpy Carol. Yep. She had a incident with a gator. Thought she'd water ski.
Well, she sure can grow those bananas, but well, I don't know. That's a rough life.
Oh my gosh. 7 foot. Wow. A 22 behind the ear. That's amazing. That's an amazing shot with just a 22. Wow. That's crazy.
What kind is that though?
Must be a long rifle. Was it a long rifle?
Yeah, but still, that's that must be their soft spot or something. But
yeah, behind the ear, like
Well,
us, like a
if they
temple.
went into the brain,
probably.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
like a temple shot, but
because
behind the ear.
22 won't even bring down a black bear out here. So I mean, all it does is piss them off. They're like, oh, is that all you got? You know, they come after you.
It's just the alligators. It's not the water moccasins. It's not like you have those down there in Florida.
Oh, we have those here.
Nasty.
You know, it's funny about water moccasins because we got them over. Well, I don't know if we do now, but there's some down here at the creek where the dripping springs is. You know, everybody gets their spring water down there. But you know, I played around that creek one time, probably more than once, but they never bothered me. Yeah, I left them alone. They left me alone. You know, and there were several of them right there within reach, you know, but I didn't go towards them. They didn't come towards me. And I figured, well, everything's cool. But yeah, I've heard some bad stories about water moccasins, but I've never experienced it myself. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, that was so weird with my friend that was Colombian when she was pregnant, and how they just all ended up in her driveway coming towards her. Only thing I can think of is that they were seeking shelter in the shade from the cars. And yeah, she just took a broom and killed them all because she thought she was invincible, because that's what they teach, like, as a folk tale, basically, in Colombia. I'm like, you realize that's a folk tale? That you're not invincible when you're pregnant. You might feel like it when you're first pregnant if you're not throwing up. It's a pretty cool feeling, but you can still get bit by a poisonous snake. And
they didn't feel invincible in Peru when those so-called 8-foot aliens were.
Oh gosh. I swear, I think, like, just like this new thing in Miami, it's totally a gimmick for a movie. That's why we're not seeing it all over the news. It's totally I forget what that movie was, if it's on Prime or if it's coming out as a movie where they show the soldiers going in and the guy doesn't want to go in and they throw him. They throw the soldier, like, go. And they throw him into the line of fire. And then you see what they're up against, and it's aliens. That's why he didn't want to go. Because
Yeah.
he was just watching his friends just get zapped.
Yeah. I think
So,
Angela and I were having this conversation earlier.
yeah.
I honestly believe that, there's a certain evil entity that's roaming the earth right now.
Mm.
And
You think Satan was thrown down?
I don't think that there are aliens. I think they're
They're demons. Yeah, I don't believe in
I
aliens.
just don't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're alien to us.
If there was other worlds,
yeah.
don't you think that God would have put that in the Bible?
Yeah. It might be part of Blue
not-
Beam. It might be part of Blue Beam. Yeah.
Like, not going as far as the Book of Enoch, because we would be opening another can of worms there. But I think God would have said He created the heavens and the earths instead of the earth, plural, singular, not plural.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on it, and it doesn't
Mhm.
reflect anybody on the panel except me. It's my look. But
yes, everybody's allowed to their own opinion on my panel. I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but they're my friends, and if you come at them, I will come at you. Okay.
Carol used to protect me in chat and stuff.
When you were new to chat,
you were like, "Don't mess with Barry." That's
my friend.
I was like, "Oh,
my friend." Yeah, I'm wondering if they're holograms too, because there's Project Bluebeam that they've talked about, where they're gonna unite the nations around one common cause that we're all against, and it will be this attack on humanity through that.
a real life movie, sci-fi movie." And
Yeah.
we're all part of the movie, but we don't get any credit for it. It's
Yeah. What was that movie? Jim Carrey was in it. Where they watch him all the time, and he didn't know it his life was the movie.
The Truman.
Yeah, the Truman Show, and he didn't realize. Yeah,
there was another movie like that, or was it a TV show called Barry or something like that, where they were?
I don't know.
They followed him around. He didn't know he was on television.
How could they get away with that? That seems like total invasion of privacy.
It was made to look that way. It wasn't.
Okay.
They were actors, obviously, but it was something to that effect. That I think it was a spin-off of the Truman Show.
Okay, they made like a.
But I can't find anything about it anymore, and now I'm starting to wonder if it's not like a, where we thought the.
Yeah.
Well, the Mandela effect, I'm starting to wonder now.
I know, like what was real and what was just Mandela effect. Yeah, but they also might be telling us that they're doing that and leaking that information out to do Project Bluebeam. Like some of this stuff that we're finding out about now, it would make us more accepting of this entity that's against all humanity.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gardening Warrior, and I still want to call you Q.
I know, so hard.
I don't think CERN needs to be open.
Yeah, no, CERN doesn't need to do that. I'm probably going to get hit now that I just said their name right in my mic. No,
actually, I said it before you did, so
yeah, it's okay.
Come after me. Don't bother Carol.
Oh, he's got Stranger Than Fiction by Will Ferrell. That was a good one. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look that movie up. Stranger Than Fiction. Yeah, we just don't know. There's just so much misinformation out now and information. It's really, I think that is also purposeful because they want to annihilate the truth, because the truth is what cuts through things, and they want us to doubt everything. So what's true, including just even, our faith and stuff. Like they are just hammering away at all faiths, not just Christianity. Like, It just seems worldwide, just faith in general. It's such a downer. It seemed like ever since we had COVID, like to go through, it's been so like a shift in humanity that is not great. So I think we have to keep hope. Like GT's really good about being positive and staying hopeful. We have to do that to balance out all this garbage.
You got
And
to
not
discernment.
Go ahead, Angela. What?
You need to use your discernment on things.
Yes, and use your discernment and not take all of it in as like truth. Like some of this stuff, like, yeah, there's conspiracies that come true, but not every conspiracy comes true. And
you ask Angela, I pick things apart, don't I?
Yeah.
We have conversations that last for hours, and sometimes I pick things apart. It's just like vultures tearing a carcass apart, and then so like sometimes she sets me straight too. So
yeah, that's been going on for a long time. Q. We've been having that go on, but more so, and also we're seeing a huge rise in anti-Semitism around the world again, which is not good. But we have to be the light, and while we're gardening and trying to do things out there with for me, this is my opinion, with God's creation, creating things ourselves like God did, and just living that life that is not maybe all caught up in worry like they want us to be, because you're easier to control when you're under anxiety and fear. Much easier. Right, GT?
Right. And right now, everything is being attacked. We just have to just try to stay positive. I mean, to be honest, because, wages. I've been going to Costco for, years. And I'm starting to sit down and I'm starting to see little things that just are odd. Like we have a lot of tourism here in Alaska, but it seems like there's an influx, like a lot of languages that are different. And I'm like, what's that language? And I'm listening and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then I'm watching body languages and stuff, and it's people that are not just homeless, but it's a different type of homeless. Like I've seen homeless people. I've talked to a few of them because I've been curious. And but these people, they're different.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? So there's a lot of things that I don't understand, a lot of things that, I don't involve myself with. I just try to, stay on the straight and narrow and, hug my child and kiss my wife every time like it's my last time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just things seem like they're being attacked, no matter what it is.
I agree.
I'm gonna try to grow me some food.
That's right. Yeah,
keep
we have to
loving
focus
every
on
time
that.
I see folks. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to focus on those things, and that's even biblical, where it talks about that, about keeping your mind on what is true. Okay, do we know necessarily that that's true? No. Then until we know it's true, let's not over focus on it, and let's shift our focus to what's true. And what's true is like what you said, my family's in front of me, my child's in front of me, my garden's in front of me. Those things are true in my life, and that's what I need to invest in. It's Eskimo. He eats food. Yes, he did. He did try your food. He talked about that. Yep. Talked about your ice cream, which I'm sorry, Andrew, I don't think I could do it. I just do not think I could do that Eskimo ice cream. It would be a texture and smell thing for me, because you named it ice cream. If you just called it something else, maybe, where I was expecting that flavor, like my tongue, when you say ice cream, I'm expecting it's going to be ice cream. I don't know. I guess I don't know what you would call it. Antioxidant. I don't know what would you, because you've got the antioxidant berries in it, but then you've got all the, what is it, seal fat? I forget, Andrew, what you said it was.
Seal blubber.
Yeah, seal blubber. Like, you can't call that ice cream. That ain't right.
Those berries are so good, though. We have like blueberries that grow. I forgot what kind of berries they are, but they're blueberries. Then we have cranberries, and then we have this other berry. They're so sweet and so good,
Mm. Well, you
and they
guys have
mix
the
it.
wild berries up there. You have the wild blueberries and cranberries, and they look different a little bit, like the cranberries when I've seen them picked. Hey, Brenda, good to see
I
you.
used to be wild and I got older.
You used to be wild? Where did that come from? What did I miss?
I used to be a wild berry, but I got older.
Oh, went right over my head there.
That was good.
That was good. I don't know what's that bread? Pilot bread or pilote? How do you guys say it? You're native.
It's
Asked you,
pilot
TJ.
bread.
Okay. What's pilot bread?
It's
Is it?
a cracker.
That?
They sell it at
Oh,
Wally World.
oh, do they? Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll have to look it up. Maybe they have it at ours. Yes, wild sweet berry. Good to see you, Brenda. This is always we have Voice of the Martyrs at our house. It's been happening. It's always been happening, and it's never really been in the news. It's only certain organizations will report about it. And yeah, that happened to just even David the Good. His father was killed. I believe it was Morocco. And I don't know if he was a pastor or a missionary. And his mother was pregnant with him, and they got out, thank God. But they came to the door and just shot him because he was a missionary or pastor, I forget which. So yeah, that's been happening for a while. It's nice that they're reporting it and they want other Christians to know more about it. But our family's been getting stuff and sending money to Voice of the Martyrs for a while. There's another one, I think it was called Open Door or something. And it's basically just missionaries in difficult areas of the country where you get killed for being a pastor or a missionary. But so yeah, like with all that going on, we definitely need to focus on what's true. What's true is our family in front of us, or your garden in front of you, your crafts that are in front of you that you can make to make somebody else's day better.
Right.
You know, Missy's going, you know, she works at the nursing home, just singing to them. That's true. Thinking of the songs you're going to sing. Yeah, no, people don't realize that. I talked about it today on the fibro. But let's see, still Eskimo. Let's see. It's still Eskimo ice cream with seal oil. Oh my gosh. It's just, no, you can't say that's ice cream. Because then my mouth wants ice cream, not seal. Like, I mean, I see the necessity of it. I see the beauty of it, that it is something cultural. But in my brain, it's saying, it's telling my mouth, you're going to get something sweet and creamy and nice and, you know, not seal.
It's creamy. It's sweet.
Is it really?
Pretty dairy, isn't it at all?
Is it really? Come on. Is that the one you said had the...
I thought I was
Oh my gosh. He's just dying laughing. It's creamy and sweet. Oh my goodness. Maybe because like your taste buds are frozen out there when you're getting it. Is that why? Like,
What?
I'm getting the Eskimo ice cream, not getting it.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
Oh, be quiet.
He's got the lights. Stacking up.
Oh, you got me choked up now.
There you go. That's what we need to do. Focus on those things. That's what you need to do. What's in front of us? What do you got there,
Yes,
GT? Oh, there's first aid. I need a new one of those. Is that for the house?
This is the one that you have to have for business. So
Yep.
this is the one I have for my home. And then the orange store, they had these on sale. This is an incandescent So I'll be able to put these in the chicken coop during the wintertime. These actually produce a little bit of heat versus the ones that are LEDs. So springtime is still going to be cold, and I'll be able to utilize these.
Oh, and provide warmth for them. Okay. Something happened with your, yeah, there it is. Your mic
Yeah,
is mute,
he's down in his
muffled.
collar.
Muffled.
Yeah, so it's the orange store actually says that things are 75% off, and they're telling the story because I went last week and I bought lights and I seen the price that they were, and I see what the price they are now, and
Yeah.
it's false advertisement.
I hate
It's
that.
not cool. Y'all
No.
There
just
you
pay
go.
attention.
Yeah.
Just be observant.
Yeah. Thanks, GT, though. I know we got our new Christmas tree for next year. Got it half price, supposedly, but it's really probably only $10 over that what I paid. Is it worth like the tree itself? What you got?
Oh, it's coming down. The rain is coming down good now.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Thank you, God. That we just need a week of that or 3.
Mosquito
Come on.
birds. Andrew, have you ever watched? There's a guy that goes to the Everglades and he calls the alligator swamp puppies. And he will go out there. He'll go out there and he could barely, like, he'll put his hand in front of his face and it's just all bugs. It's just like all the bugs, like a wall of bugs. I'm like, yeah, no. And then he goes and he grabs like invasive lizards, and he will go yoink. That's his special word that he uses. I've got to.
I'm glad you straightened that out because I was going to say when the livers crawl around.
When the livers are crawling in.
Apocalyptic there.
That's very apocalyptic. Oh my gosh.
It'll be the end of mankind, crawling livers.
Oh, shiver me livers. I lost my liver.
How did mankind die? Livers.
The livers rebelled. They had enough of the crap we were putting into our bodies and they just up and left. Just like crawled out and started their own lives on their own. Yep, pretty much. I could see that happening with all the garbage that we put in. I think I was going to say goodnight. What was it? 20 minutes ago. But I enjoy you guys so much. It's so hard. Yeah, we're still up, but I was just going to say goodnight. Good to see you, Vitra. We were just talking, we were discussing Andrew's ice cream and how we're debating that this cannot be ice cream. But that's what they call it. Grated caribou fat. That's what else is in it. Okay. I can say that I have never had that. Or seal.
You heard right, GT.
Is it grated or grated? That's what you ate, GT. There you go. You got 2 forms of fat. Not just
well, you're
one.
still alive, so I mean, you know.
Hey, it works for the Inuit and Eskimo. What? I'm stuck too, Andrew. What do we call the Native Americans in Alaska? The tribe that you're from? Maybe you could help us, like dialect. How do you say that? Like where you spell it out, how it sounds. Would be helpful because I never want to offend you or them. I also don't want to be super politically correct either. I don't believe in them changing words all the time. That drives me crazy, but I don't want to be offensive. What? No. What? That's crazy.
People?
Yeah, that's good. People who eat caribou and seal and call it ice cream. Inupak. Is it Inupak? Or Inpak?
Inupuk?
Inupuk? Inupak? Peak? Inupak. I think. Yeah, Inupuk. Oh my goodness. Andrew's probably just laughing at us trying to figure it out. I wish they had like a thing where you could click on it and like it would speak.
They do.
Hey,
for
Google,
this, for StreamYard, though.
INUPIAQ.
That's pronounced
On your
in
phone?
It's just said it. In a pig. In a pig.
In a pic? In a peek?
Wait. Hey, Google, repeat that.
You pick?
Sure.
Oh,
That's
that's a
pronounced yik.
In a
I didn't
pig.
read it.
In a
in a
pig.
pic.
In a pig.
In a pic.
Mm-hmm.
In a pic.
Don't say
Is
it too
that
many
better?
times because you'll second guess yourselves every
Right.
time.
I know. And sometimes Google gets it wrong, just like I said. They call Hypoluxo Road. Make a left on Hypoluxo Road. Head
Oh,
4
Lord.
miles. Yeah, Okeechobee is a good one too to screw them up.
Yeah.
Never appreciate it. Oh my gosh, what? The fartless cow until you have to elevator. Yeah, I've been approached by cows on elevators before. That's crazy though. Like, what the heck is a bovine serum? That means they're shooting our meat up, I bet, with vaccines. And that's what they're
Yep.
saying it is. Because I know they said they were going to do that. But who knows? Going to ban 300 books in schools. What? That's weird. I didn't know that. Our schools worldwide, like, are,
Okay.
well, I mean, nationwide, are screwed up. But they might be banning certain things. DeSantis is usually pretty good about
So
stuff.
down in the chat is how you would break it down phonetically.
I. Do you say the I or
Inu.
eh? Inu Piok. Inu Piok.
Breaking news.
Hmm.
What's
Hmm. Sometimes, though, we were talking about that earlier with Maureen. Sometimes breaking news is absolute BS. Because they didn't. I asked her, Vitra, about them pulling vitamins off the shelves, and she said no. It's basically in court right now. Okay, and you. Oh, you say the N like Spanish ends. In you.
in you.
Inyo.
Like in you.
In you.
Peak.
Like in you. In you peak.
In
Oh,
you
it's peak.
peak.
In you
Yeah.
peak. In you peak. Mixed lard with sugar and mixed berries. Oh, city. Okay, that's the city one. You're so cute, Andrew. Thank you. He wants to share the joy even with those of us who can't get to seal and caribou. They can still enjoy it. Well, the sugar. Okay, I don't think you mentioned the sugar before, so now that helps it a little bit. You know, that helps it. I'm sure.
You on a freeway, GT, or
Yeah, he's driving.
just nod if it's yes?
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good for you, Vitra. Yeah, you just caught the end. I actually was not gonna go about 20 minutes ago, but we're all just
That
chilling and
rain was
it just
wonderful.
we got a little rain and then it went away tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so
we're
glad.
like we're stressing over it. I mean, we need water in our lake, so we're going to be rationing water.
Mhm.
If we don't. Get
Yeah,
it.
I think Doug mentioned that from Doug and Stacy that even their water was drying up in their lake. And he was saying something about they spray things in the air that kind of are doing that. And I'm like, that makes sense because supposedly Jilly Bates wants to own all the water and sell it back to everybody. But then again, that's another, we don't know for sure. It's
Well,
just
that's
out.
bottled water for you.
Yeah.
You drink it all you want and you stay thirsty. What is up with that?
I know with certain brands, they put salt in it. Aquafina has salt. If you ever look at their label, they put salt in their water. A certain amount of salt is fine. It'll help you hold your water if it's, natural salt. but I don't think it's natural. That ox bile will really help. Yeah, we were talking about the ox bile on my my live this week, Futura, when I did a pop up. I think we started talking about digestive enzymes and ox bile for people without a gallbladder, and how they don't tell us to take those things. They don't tell us to take our bile salts. Most doctors don't. I'm hoping they're starting to get better, but I was never told that. We have been in drought. Oh, wow. Since last winter? Oh, Duncan. Pray for rain. Hope you get rain. Rain is said to be a blessing that falls on both the good and the bad. Hey, Randall, what's up? And I'm trying to see what my hours do, because it seems like I don't get credit for them unless I do a live.
Yeah.
Like if I put up a video, it doesn't do anything with my hours.
I just look behind me and see the youngest cat playing in my sleeping bag, and I'm thinking, I'm so glad I bought that sleeping bag for the cat.
Oh, I know. They enjoy those sleeping bags so much. Don't know where you're sleeping tonight, but the cats will be in your sleeping bag staying warm. Oh, you sound... Your mic is muffled.
Yeah, you muffled up again. There you go.
I was wondering about the water situation. Like, do I really want to leave Alaska, or do I just want to buy land in other places and still stay here? Because they kind of scare me, because I remember a long time ago, I don't remember how long ago, but they were saying people are going to start selling water. And I thought it was pretty funny. And now we're in an age where people are buying water bottles. And when I went to Nevada or Arizona, I forgot where it was, where Las Vegas is. I was there, and the people there was talking about that there's a water shortage. And I'm listening, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't leave Alaska. So, I want to leave because I want to grow more food, but it just seems like a couple of places are having water issues and stuff.
It does seem like that. Like quite a few are having water issues. We're in our drier season. Florida is dry during the winter. And then of course we're like hecka wet during spring and summer. It's our really rainy tropical season. So it's weird. It's like to go from heavy rain to nothing. Like that's how my plants, when I show my first video, it's going to be like, here's all my dead plants, because I forgot that it doesn't rain during the winter and did not get a watering schedule down. Yeah, Vitra, I actually was talking about that today on the earlier, and if you're talking about the one that ends with Foreman and is meta, that one put basically Gardening Warrior said it kept her in her bathroom. So that would be how you would be losing weight on it. So yeah, you might want to try digestive enzymes and modifying your diet prior to doing those. Also, a lot of people too have complained about it does something with your muscles, like basically I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one, not a naturopath, none of those things. This is my opinion, just things I have heard on the internet. You lose muscle mass on it, is what I've heard. By not trying to modify your diet without it. And work out. That's one of the things too. I wish I could get back to weightlifting. Weightlifting, building muscle burns fat. You look at weightlifters and sometimes
you can't get it back, right?
Yeah, if you yeah, that's the problem with it. Is it's just like it rapidly ages your muscle structure, which is very scary to me. I was talking about, there was a study done on people with fibromyalgia, and their HbA1c looks normal, but then you put them next to people who don't have fibromyalgia, and they are up like way up here, and then the other people are down here with their scores. So they're thinking that fibromyalgia and diabetes too, like we're headed towards diabetes too, but you don't notice because your tests are coming back normal, that you're already showing insulin resistance with being in that higher class with everybody down here that doesn't have fibro. And they were saying we're basically, metabolic conditions happen more often with us, which makes sense because it's our whole brain that is affected with this thing, whatever it is. Oh, okay. No, never metformin. Okay. You know, there is the cleanse we were just talking about too. There's an aloe cleanse that Brenda actually turned me on to. It's flooded so bad for 3 years in a row here. Wow, you couldn't even plant, and now it's so dry since last winter. That's just crazy. There we go. Yep. It may, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Q. That's terrible. Yeah. Yep. Regulate stress. Yep. We talked about that. Your cortisol levels are very important. Absolutely. Oh, what do you guys have going around up there, Vitra? Is it the vid again, or is it that, you know, because this time of year, everybody's getting the flu, and it's always a new strain of flu that you're getting. JN1. I don't know what that is. Is that what it's called, this new one?
Good
Good night, neighbor.
Good night. Good night, Kentucky Goblin. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe.
That's so cheesy.
I know, right? Subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. I was checking my numbers and I noticed that a lot of people that watch my videos don't subscribe. Hit that subscribe. The vid. Oh, it's the vid. Yeah, that's awful. I'm so sorry. Oh, have a good night, Gary. Yeah, I'm going to call it.
A newer version of it, isn't there? Isn't that what they
There's
were
always, just like the flu, how the flu
Yeah.
changes. It's still changing. And
Yeah, I think I was telling somebody earlier today. I just felt like it felt like just a worse version of the flu. That's what it felt like to me.
yeah. And when we got the one that was super contagious, that strain, my husband, poor guy, brought it home right on Christmas. And he's just like, I don't really feel that good. And it was so sad because it was our last Christmas all together with my mom. And he was sitting like kind of back from us. And then he's like, I have to go to bed. And I'm like, oh, shit. I know it. I knew it. Like I was not the vid. And then we all got it. But what was weird was mom seemed like she was getting it. And then, nope. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Because, yeah, that would have been, she would have been in the hospital and we would have lost her a lot sooner. It is a new strain. Okay. Oh, it originated here. That's nice. There's controversy too about the first one, if it originated here. But we won't get into that because I want to keep my channel. All the guys in their late teens and early 20s riding around still. Wow. They're on the
6 months of darkness or light?
Oh yeah, what are they dealing
Darkness.
with? Oh yeah. Ooh. So it's totally dark for like just 6 months out of the year up there?
Not totally, but we get a
Okay.
lot of darkness during the winter times.
Oh, okay. So just super short day if the sun comes out, it's just super short period. Gosh, I couldn't handle that. I'm so used to sunshine. Yeah.
Hence the name, but it's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's the opposite in the summertime. It is super duper bright all the time. Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Yeah, that would be why my husband puts up the like hurricane shutter on our bedroom window, because of here when it's summertime, it's like it's still bright out, but not like Alaska. Winter's here. Oh, okay. Daylight under 3 hours if clear. Yeah. It causes weakness and coughing fits at night. Oh, that's horrible. Ah, cute. Does that sound like what you had? Yeah, she can't get rid of whatever this one is that she had or has. That's awful. Yes, right? My cells need to recharge. Mm-hmm. Yep. I need to see it outside. I need that sun. When it's overcast for too many days, I just start to feel it, like emotionally. I just do not like that. But sometimes I'm welcoming to it. Don't, get me wrong. Some days I do. I love to see the rain and it come in and it be overcast. In fact, some of my favorite days at the beach have been going when the ocean's churned up and the surfers are out, but there's no way we would get in the water if you're not like a good swimmer or surfer. And it's a little bit overcast and it's very breezy. It's wet, probably because there's nobody there except for like the locals. Nobody else would be there. But it's just so peaceful. And that because the ocean's churning, there's more of those ions in the air. So the air is fresher and just so good. I don't know. It's almost like it freshens the air in your brain. It's just weird.
Now that you mention that, something I've noticed that I haven't experienced here lately.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I can't even remember when the last time I did it, but the ionization of the air around you after a good rain.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody experienced that lately?
I love that smell, but no. Mm-mm.
It's weird because
That's true.
You always had that. Now it's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have off. My phone is overheating.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, have a good night, hon. I hope. We'll see you, and maybe next time, or we'll come over to your channel and hang out with you.
Sounds good.
Let Barry know. Like if you go live and do a craft or something, let Barry know, and he'll let us know.
All righty.
All right. Yay. Oh, you know what, Barry? We were going to add her to my group too, the messenger group. And GT, I don't know how to find you on Facebook, so find me.
Which one, Carol?
The No Drama Llama, the llama, one. Yeah, add her.
Okay.
That would be great because it's super infectious. What is it? It can stay around, and oh, I hate that feeling. I hate that. Well, during the vid, I would wipe down our groceries, Vitra, so I know that feeling. It's a horrible feeling. Back in the day, they would burn the bed in a sick person. Yeah. Yep. But back in the day, too, they didn't have antibiotics. They didn't have antiviral. They did have herbs if people knew how to use them. But, yeah. I think that was during the plague. They were burning bed, and they should have, too. Stray dogs in your yard are bad enough. Yeah, right? Stray polar bears on your porch are a whole nother level. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's just a polar bear. Yeah, he's been around outside. He's just looking to get something to eat. He's just a hungry bear. I would be pooping my pants. Be true. We don't need anything else, but yeah. So did you get it? Have you had it, Vitra? Is that why you're nervous? Or you've just seen people close to you getting it? And I know too with the vid, if you are a little overweight, that played into it being worse. Washer for sanitizing. Yeah, I love that setting. I have a sanitizing one. Yep. I don't know if it hot steams for an hour. Wow, that's cool. I'll have to check mine and see if it has that because it's pretty new.
Okay.
Okay. Good. But sad for the ones who wanted to get their first polar bear, and sad that it's somewhere around and might be back. Yikes. The dogs used to go nuts in California right before we would have an earthquake. Everything, all the dogs in the neighborhood would just start barking like crazy. They could hear it. It's the craziest thing.
I sent you a photo, Carol.
On Messenger?
Yeah. This is why I said earlier that I'm glad I bought that sleeping bag for the cat.
Oh my gosh. Let me see.
It's like, good. Here, I guess I'll order another one for myself now.
Oh my goodness. How cute, though.
Right?
It's so, like, how can you kick? Look at this little, furry little muffin. It's the little face is tucked in right there.
Yeah.
It's like all cold.
That was about 10 minutes ago. He's awake now. He's ready to start.
So cute. Let's see. It makes me wonder, what's this? Makes me wonder, do any of y'all ever tame them? Wow. That's a neat question. I wonder. Yeah, I never heard of that either. Like how, they have the guys that train the bears sometimes rear them up from cubs. Wife co-workers, not me. I am the carrier. Wow. All the time. I don't know what a toque is. What's that? A TOUK. Toque? That's wonderful. My mom was like that. My mom got the worst stuff, which I think now looking back, because she had diabetes too. I just don't think the tests were showing it because she then ended up with all the vascular issues in the brain that come with it. And she had a weight issue. But I wish they would have diagnosed her with that so she would have, maybe not been in so much pain because of the weight on her. And also because of what it was doing to her whole system. And her pets we eat. Yeah.
All right,
True.
Carol and everyone. I got about 30 more minutes before I get home, and I want to ride out to some music. So
Okay.
I'll holler at y'all. Thank y'all.
Thanks
y'all
for
have a good
hanging
one.
so long. Appreciate it, GT. Guys, don't forget
Ain't
to
no
check
problem.
out
Thank you.
GT. All right.
Guys,
See you
you
later.
drive safe, man. We'll see
Yeah,
you.
drive safe. Have a good night.
All right, have a good one, Barry. All right, Carol. Peace.
Bye. Peace. Oh, it's a hat. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard anybody taming polar bear. Figures that Homestead would think of something like that for some reason. Just because he would think it's. I mean, anybody would think it's like the coolest thing. Oh, a toboggan. Okay, got it. Yeah, we used to call them toboggans, not a toque. Okay, or toque, however you say that. That's how my oldest twin daughter is. She carries things home. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice of her to share. Oh, not.
Yeah.
That's awful. I feel that my weight gain is due to emotional. Oh, Vitra, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. Definitely pray for you. Trauma is just really difficult. That's what I think happened with me too. A lot of family trauma and trauma going on. I mean, these are grown women basically fighting to keep my parents up in PA when it was really not the best thing for them. They weren't getting good health care. Even though it seemed like it, like everything's bright and shiny, but the doctors were just not good. And so I was going through that, knowing like I couldn't help, I couldn't do anything. I just had to watch it happen. It's awful. I think sometimes that's why God brought my mom here. Like, he just made a way. I also finally went to my uncle and told him I didn't want my mother to end up in a nursing home and them to just take her stuff. You're probably gonna be fine, Vitra, if you run like that, if you run hot and everything, and just keep reminding your wife to keep washing her hands and doing all the things that we all know to do. Wash off, like one of the things too, dirtiest thing in the house is usually the remote control if you watch TV, your phone, the handles on the doors, the handles on like common places is where I would wipe down.
The
But
toilet
it is, yeah, all this toilet handle, yes, especially bathroom stuff. Nicotine, sugar, insulin, cortisol, the four worst enemies of our arteries and veins, bad stuff for our hearts. Wow. That's so weird because, nicotine is what that one guy does to biohack himself. He doesn't smoke it. He does like a pill or a tablet or a gum, I guess. And he uses it for his brain, for stimulating his brain.
baby, come here.
Oh, no way. Vidra, I am okay. That's just so okay. My dad passed in December. 4 months later, on Easter, my mom had her third and massive stroke, and the same thing. She got aphasia, and she had to learn how to talk again because it was all they call it word salad, and she needed to use a walker to walk. It's very hard, hon. Definitely will be praying for you. It's so hard to have that loss and then have it's basically like a dual loss, and then the fear that you're going to lose that parent too. I'm so sorry. But my mom was able to learn to talk again. The only problem is she ended up with aphasia, and in her brain she would think she was saying it to you, but what was coming out was something totally different. And so it was very frustrating for her. We ended up, what she did take that I'm not like condoning any drugs, but the Paxil seemed to help her. And when she was off the Paxil, it was bad because of the brain damage, but also the sheer frustration of her thinking we were dumb. Like, why aren't they understanding me? And she would just get so frustrated. Oh, bless you. Oh my gosh. So did you have both your parents that you were caring for? I'm so sorry, Vitra. That is stressful. That is so stressful. Do you guys have like a caregiver group or anything, or even online for support? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I'm so glad I never went out and tried to biohack myself with nicotine then. So reshaping his arterial walls into jagged edges instead of smooth walls. Wow. Yep, it does. That was the other thing they missed on my mom was she had high lipid levels. She had fat in her blood. They didn't notice that until the third one. Yeah, bless you guys. That's a lot. So you're working, and I believe your wife is working, and then you're having to care for your mom. That's very stressful. And then the loss of your dad. That's just stress. It's a lot. Yeah, we had but mine was at the end. My mom had somebody come in. She actually came in twice a week too. But by that time my mom was bedridden, so it was different. But to help her bathe and everything, and she would at least do the changing of stuff, help me change the bedding and everything. It's very hard. It's very stressful. Well, I hope that even if you just know that you're not alone, that a lot of, there's a lot of people out there who have gone through this, and you'll come out the other side. You will. You'll make it. You'll do okay. And you'll get your life back. It's just as long as it took it to go, it takes some time to get it back. I hope that you can do some kind of exercise though to relieve that stress, because it's a lot of stress. Raised me when she was up there. Here's my lifetime. So took care of my grandmother. Oh, I love that you named her after your grandmother. I love that. My family was all up in PA, so my grandmother, actually, bless her, I am so grateful she did this. In a wheelchair, came down and visited at my mom's house, for us, and was there for my daughter's 7th birthday. And I'm ever so grateful that God provided that time, because it was really last time that I got to spend quality time with my grandmother. Yes, so my wife's younger brother passed away. Oh, okay. This is so weird how similar our traumas are. Before my dad passed, my brother passed, and that's why they moved up to Pennsylvania and away from Florida. So yeah, we've had a lot of similar loss and trauma. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that's worse. Yeah, suddenly no known cause. I'm so sorry. My brother, we knew it was coming. He had been on oxygen for a few years in my mom's house. Oh, neat. I love that one. You can keep the family names. My daughter, I wanted to name her Anna after my great-grandmother. My husband was like, no, I don't think so. And then I was like, well, what about Lillian? That was one of my aunts. And it was like, And finally I was like, oh, Hannah's a biblical name. He would like a biblical name. Okay. Hannah is also Anna with 2 H's attached on each side. So I pitched the name Hannah, and he loved it. And then at first we were going to name her Hannah Deborah, I think it was. And then I was like, no, that's not supposed to be her name. Her name is supposed to be Hannah Elizabeth. And his sister got so mad at me because Deborah was his mother's name. And I'm like, yeah, no. Because, yeah.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah. I was like,
this is my child. I have the choice to name this child whatever I want to.
Yeah. And I knew a little bit about generational curses then, just a bit. And I was like, I don't want to attach anything to her that might be generational stuff. And yeah. And she needs something fresh, because I don't know, just I don't know. Just like you said, yeah, she was my little girl. And I didn't know.
My daughter from my first marriage, my son's name was Charles Robert. Charles is from my first wife's stepdad. His name was Charles, but we called him Chuck. And then Robert comes from both my brother and my dad. And then Jessica Ann would have been Jessica was just my wife liked the name Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ann was I have an aunt Ann, and I also have the ex-wife's mother's middle name is Ann. And then you got Lily and Sunshine, Lily Abigail Louise. So Louise comes from my mom's middle name. Abigail is just a name that we liked. And Sunshine, of course, just sound like a
No.
beautiful name to give to a
It's
child.
so funny. Before I didn't know that when I named my channel that you had a daughter named Sunshine
And she's
at that time.
she is
That's-
Sunshine, as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
I love
And
that name.
Lily is Lily Berry Aaron, which
Hmm.
obviously, you know, in a
Mhm.
male
Oh,
way
yeah.
as well.
I like that though. It's
Sunshine and
pretty.
Lily. I mean, I've had a lot of people just put the two together and like, oh wow, so the older sister helps the younger sister grow. And I said, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. My daughter Margie, I call her my little grandma, and my other daughter, oh, little auntie. I love that. I love that. I was watching like these young girls and they're Asian. I forget how they say that in Korean. They're Korean, and they were saying calling each other like grandma. They're because they were doing things for one another. I'd be like, "No, I'll be the grandma." You know, it was so cute. It was so cute. You definitely, Vitra, you guys all have to find something that brings you joy right now, just to make it through. That's some tough stuff. So, was mom wandering? I kind of trying to the ring doorbell to like watch her, or because my dad, when he had ALZ, he was a wanderer. And when I was up there, I barely slept because of it, so my mom could sleep.
So the Korean name for grandma is Harmony.
So,
Harmony.
yeah, they don't say it like that though. They say it, but thank you. Let me, Ani. Yeah, they shorten it because it's their language. I'm pretty sure they are Korean. That's what I want to know more about is what the heck is going on in Korea. Is any more come out about that? They were
Well,
saying,
turns out it wasn't missiles so much as it was artillery, which is just as bad.
yeah,
You know, I think it was scare tactics because
yeah,
you know they don't like the fact North Korea doesn't like the fact that we have U.S. troops
mhm,
protecting South Korea,
mhm.
and
Yeah.
he's you know Rocket Man has said several times if you don't get American troops out of there, you know I'll retaliate. And I guess that's what he's right now. It's just saber rattling. But
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, he's itching. You know, he's got itchy finger. He wants to
Yeah.
test
It's
him
weird
out.
though how he loved Trump because Trump had that show on TV.
Yeah.
Like he was meeting a president, but he was also like meeting a celebrity from TV.
Well, which is how they would see it over there. But you know, in North Korea, their leaders are the celebrities.
Mm,
They don't have per
yeah.
se. You know, they might have
Okay, night,
television shows.
Nate, Andrew, stay
That
safe.
Andrew,
Pray that that polar bear stays away. Unless you're going to get it, you know, unless your family's supposed to go and get it. No.
good hunting if it
Yeah.
good hunting if it goes that way.
Yeah. Oh, that's so hard. I'm sorry, Barry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just you know over there, okay. We have celebrities on TV. We have celebrities in movies. We have musicians we like, but over there, that's not really the case. Their celebrities are their leaders.
Oh yeah, they're
And that's
gods basically. Like in
their
North Korea, he's like a god.
yeah. North Korea is that way. Not South
Mhm.
Korea is totally different.
Yeah, they still
But-
worship their leaders in South Korea, but it's
yes,
different.
they do, but
It's
they
different.
don't face death over it.
No, no, yeah, no. They were, in fact, the girl that I found her because she was talking about South Korea, and it was the head of Samsung. It was his daughter that he favored, I guess, that basically is supposed to get the business after he
Mhm.
dies. And she married below her class, and she married her bodyguard. and then the bodyguard ended up like being abusive to her and cheating on her,
Mhm.
and they ended up getting a divorce, and he wanted like $1 billion from her. And he didn't get $1 billion, but guess what he got? $6 million
Wow.
in the divorce. Yeah. And he's the one like that supposedly did all those things. But then, she was saying about like, well, do we really know that that really happened? Like, was this part of something else that she's doing? Because her father was presenting men for her to marry in her class, and she maybe didn't want to marry them. So she might have set this whole ruse up, basically hired this guy to be her husband, but then, I mean, it went south if he, did the beating thing, if that was true, because who would want that to come out?
There's
Like,
a Korean defector. Have you seen her YouTube channel?
yes, she's gorgeous. I hope she
Yes,
doesn't keep
is.
modifying her looks. She's beautiful
Yeah,
and very articulate.
and she
Ab-
tells it like it is over there
Yeah.
because she
I don't
basically escaped
how
that.
does she, yeah, I don't know how she got out. Like, how
Uh,
did she?
I'm not sure. I think she does have a video explaining that, and I'm not because I didn't get to dig deep. I caught a couple of her videos just because they popped up in my suggestions. Because thank you, Bob, for all the Asian, because all the Asian stuff he keeps sending to my. Next thing you know, you got like Asians from all over Asia, suggestions. And I came across her because the title said something about her actually defecting from North Korea. And I was curious because at the time, Rocket Man was a big deal in the news. And I thought, maybe I can get a different perspective. And so I watched her channel.
Yeah.
Some of her videos are a little bit lengthy, a little bit longer than they need to be. And I kind of snooze or I move on to the next video. But
yeah, like probably some people feel about my lives
no.
on the replay at least. But this is like our hangout time. It's like going to the clubhouse, but we're all adults instead of like.
Well, it's no different than like Freedom Redbird. She has a good group in her chats. So they're like late night live chats, and
yeah.
And she said she can't go a day without it.
Yeah.
You guys are my family, the way I look at it, and that's a lot of other channels are that way too.
Yeah. Yep. I know. There's certain groups that we just gravitate towards. That's for sure. And yeah, I totally agree. And I love coming over to yours on Sunday night too and just hanging out when I can. And I wish I could get up on panel more.
Me
That's
too.
for sure. I just don't know how that will swing, that pendulum. Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I probably should call it now that everybody is like just you and I again, Barry. But I want to thank everybody for coming to my lives. Definitely helping me with my hours just so I can see. Like, I'm still learning about YouTube because I wasn't really coming on to monetize a channel or anything like that. And then I thought, you know what, let me see what's involved with monetizing. But I still think it's just like I thought. It's like once you are monetized, you're kind of trapped into that. You've got to keep going and get it better and better to keep your hours, to, up your views and all that. And I'm like, I don't know yet if that's.
Yeah, exactly, Duncan. Yep.
Yeah. But let me come back over. I was writing you something. Yeah. Exactly. That was my mom. I dealt with that. I'm sure it's hard, and you've been dealing with it for that many years. I'm so sorry. It's really it. I love the late night chat. Oh yeah, that's how I feel too. You all keep me company in my insomnia. And also too, it's like if it's too quiet in the house, and especially like right when my mom passed, it was really hard. I needed, that. Oh, dysphasia. I don't know what that one is. I know about aphasia, but I didn't know about dysphasia. I'll have to look that up. Now, do you mean GERD, 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 like reflux?
I got that.
Yeah, I have it too.
Sucks.
It's been fun. I hope said Homestead Aquarius, you with your,
Dysphagia is a medical term for difficulty of swallowing.
Oh,
Dysphagia can be a
gosh.
painful condition. In some cases, swallowing is impossible. Occasional
Yeah.
difficulty swallowing, such as when you eat food too fast or don't chew your food well enough.
Oh, that's really hard, Ritra. So you guys got to think of things that are easy for her to swallow while you're planning dinners and stuff. You're definitely going to be in our prayers. And anybody who gets to this point of my chat. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone in the side chat. Thank you to my friend Barry and everybody else who's been up on the panel tonight. Appreciate you so much. My prayers go out to those of you who are dealing with things, and definitely keep our friend Vitra in your prayers. But Vitra, it will get better. It'll get better for you and your wife.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it now, I'm sure. But yeah, just like exactly. You just got to press through it. I think it was Churchill's quote or something, like when you find yourself in hell, just keep going, or just keep, what did he say? Just keep walking, like just keep going. Like you just got to press through hell, even sometimes in our lives. Just keep walking through it so you get to the other side. Table, eat slower, chew lots, take breaks. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope that it computes for her. That's hard. That's so hard. All right, guys, have a good night. Much love. Vitra, I think you have me on Instagram. You're always welcome to, like, if you're on Facebook. Also, I've known you for a while. You can join our messenger, and you and your wife, can reach me because I've been through some of it too. Definitely here for you. Oh, you too, Gear. And I hope we are. I hope we can be a blessing. We all need a little bit of a blessing right now. That's for sure. All right, much love, guys. I'm going to hit that end stream button. I hate it. I hate doing it.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.